That's fine. Alright, now the big question here. I think I've had it right the whole time. Can you see the health bars? Vort is not here just yet. But I'll let you guys know when you guys need to let me know if we can hear Vort on the mic. Not every single stream or match is supposed to be on stream. I'd like to get, at least for the first round, a decent chunk of you guys, because the whole point is to highlight and showcase you guys. So I want to be able to get you guys some time on stream. So I do also want us to not be here for 6 hours. So we'll try to find some healthy middle ground there, where we can try to get most of the matches on stream. I'm thinking we maybe can skip like 2 or 3 sets in the round 1, and everybody get in, and then the people whose sets were skipped, those are for sure going to be on stream for their round 2 sets. So like Shiro and Clay, if you guys are cool playing off stream, that might actually be alright. And then like Go Optical and Cleave, if you guys want to play off stream, I think we can do those 2 off stream. And then we'll make sure to get your follow-up matches for sure on stream, and then we'll go from there. Okay, yeah, so Shiro's cool with playing off stream, cool. Okay, yeah, so Shiro and Clay, if you guys want to play off stream, that way we just keep the ball rolling. If you guys want to be off stream, you guys can. If you guys don't want to, so if Cutlass doesn't want to showcase it, then that's fine. All right, big long. Oh, look at that! That was an interesting combo attempt there. I haven't seen that neutral jump with the hit him with the back of the foot. Oh, the low, sneaking it in there, goes into the stance, drops the conversion though, and it's gonna be a cat dash full extension. Ooh, double cat dash combo? Is that it? What? You can do that? You can hit a second, like whatever that collapse knockdown is from it? That is crazy. Alright, so Cutlass, basically you get 1 match off stream, unless you go to the losers bracket, because the losers bracket, more of those matches are off stream. Dude, that was so sick, that double cat dash combo though. I'm still trying to figure that out.
Catwoman wins.
9 p.m. EST. Yeah, I think the most time that we can give you Gotham is probably like another hour. So if you're at, what, 7:45? Well, you know, hour and 15, you might be able to make it. You might be able to make it, Gotham. We won't pull the plug on you just yet. Just because it depends on how long these matches go or whatever. There is actually a possibility that you could make it if we do your match very last for round 1, which is the plan. So you're last for round 1, and with the other matches we got, there's a possibility you'll make it out. If not, though, it's cool. Dude, I thought you played Darkseid. What is this Red Hood shenanigans? I want to see more lasers. I want you to right fuck you with the super.
Fighters approaching Slaughter Swamp.
I wish the super was actually more controlling so that you could do silly stuff like that. Because I think that kind of stuff is really fun in games. Like in Skullgirls, there's this character called Big Band, and he plays music. And as one of his supers, you can like play a little song for your opponent. So I think that shit's fucking cool. And I wish there was like silly stuff like that. Okay, no worries. No worries, Ward. I think worst case scenario, we can like do the screen share thing in Discord if it can't get you in here. So this heavy damage here in the corner. Silver trying to find his way out, gets a swing, finds some connections here. Look at that pushback, but no fear. Goat just going right back in with the cat dash. That's an overhead at the end. Okay. I think that string has a couple of different enders. That one too. That cat. That low that she does, I believe she can end it with an additional low that keeps you on the ground, and then she's also got an option that will like launch you in the air in the corner. Goes for the overhead into the stomp, a little bit too far away. There's the low again. Good patience, but the trait catches him with all those extra hits on it. I wasn't sure how many cat bars there were, but I think it must have been at least 3. Jeez, that looks so sick. Look at that damage. Full combo there. 508 in the corner. Only a bar being spent. Silver will go for the super. Point blank, he actually was able to immediately get him to hit. My problem with the Darkseid super is I can't actually control it. Like, I have to go across the whole screen and then come back. I'll get you on the second pass. Hold on. Good blocks on the overhead. But still just having to hunker down in a defensive position here. Ooh, match. Oh, he's just squishing him with that overhead over and over again. Does that string, does that have a low ender to it as well? Or is that the one that has like a, I think there's one that has a high at the end that you can duck. You can neutral duck underneath that one. So it's like the mix up between being able to duck it or having the overhead squish you down.
Catwoman. Dark Side. Red Hood.
Yeah, dude, I'm so in the dark too. I mean, you saw my ranked sets. I was like, I even got Brainiac 4 times, and I couldn't figure out what I was supposed to do about that one specific matchup with Brainiac. The dive kicks just too elusive. Couldn't figure it out.
Begin.
I will say though, Catwoman is such a fucking crazy, powerful character. Like, even though she's not a zoner, she in some ways kind of like feels like one because of how long range her whip is. Like her air control, her ability to close a gap with Cat Dash means that there are really few safe ranges. She's able to route almost every single one of her combos into that Cat Whip hard knockdown, so you constantly have to deal with the follow-up pressure. Like, you're not able to reliably use some of the tools that are universal because it's a hard knockdown. So like your wake-up options don't matter, not against Catwoman. And then look at that range right there off the interactable. Excellent awareness by the GOAT of to where, like, what stage he's on, etc. But her ability to just close that gap with such immense range. Like, Silver wants to establish a distance, and he's just going to struggle here because Catwoman's going to be able to make real quick work of a lot of the screen space that he's putting between them. The other thing, too, I think that is tough is Catwoman has her duck move, her avoidance move, and that is actually a really good move for zoners because you don't get to chip her out, you don't get to push her back with block stun, you in fact are just building charges for her, so it can be really, really difficult to try to keep her out when she is totally avoiding your tools. And there it is, that's going to be a 3-0 here for WB the GOAT. Catwoman just really, really putting the work in. I will say though, Catwoman, easy argument for like top 10. So, you know, that is a rough matchup, and like Silver's saying, if he was a little like unversed in it, and GOAT knows what he's doing, so you combine the two of those together and it can be quite overwhelming. So that's gonna do it for game number 1. Let's go ahead and hop back to our bracket so we can see what we're doing. We're going to go ahead. Shiro and Claymation are playing off stream. Gotham and Stefan, we're going to wait. So I think Space Lesbians and Sub Slide Spammer said they're ready to go. So let's just go ahead and hop into that one next. Space and Sub. Sub, if you could do me a favor and drop your gamer tag in the chat, that would be helpful. Dude, right? Yeah, that's part of my problem too. Is like, oh no, I can't actually remember what I'm actually like supposed to be doing here. My buttons do what again? Let alone trying to figure out what their buttons do. Yes, there's supposed to be a loser's bracket. Hold on, actually, I need to change some things. I totally forgot. Where is the reset button? Can I do this? Alright, I fucked something up. Hold on, I'm sorry, you guys. I think it's advanced options. Yeah, reset. That's what we need to do. My bad. I forgot to put the losers bracket on there. That's my fault. Okay. Yes, this is what it's supposed to be. You're not up on stream, not yet, Izzy. We will be. Your match is going to be streamed, yes. And what is his name? Don't DOS? Oh, this is a 0, not an O. Alright, well this looks like a Smurf. Doesn't have enough friends to be a real account. Alright, we're fine. I think. Ooh, okay, so we got some Aquaman versus Sub-Zero here. Now this, I think, is kind of a tough matchup for Aquaman, or for Sub-Zero, just because a lot of his stuff re-stands the opponent, and that's where Aquaman shines, because he's able to very easily avoid the follow-up damage. No, that match is on stream. Go, that match is going to be on stream. Alright, so Myth says that E130... Oh, and something just happened. Are we out here bolstering the prize pool? We got Blaze 187 Ace coming through with the donation. That's going right into the prize pool. Thank you very much. Excellent. And of course, anybody else wants to help out the prize pool, feel free to do so. Alright. So far. Also, can you guys hear the follows and stuff coming through? I haven't been able to hear them because I'm not paying attention, but I don't actually know if they just don't work or what. So if you guys can let me know if you guys can, or if you guys can't hear. Like, I'm gonna have Zere followed. Do you guys hear Scorpion shouting? He's supposed to shout, but I can't hear. I really appreciate that, Blaze 187. Hope you've been having a good time. Oh, and Space Lesbians letting the toxicity out as well. Not trying to make friends here. Yes, your match is gonna be on stream, Striker. Go Optical and Cleave are the only other one off stream for round 1. I figured Cleave would be comfortable with playing off stream, given that he got Go Optical. Yo, are you fucking kidding, Silver? That is way more coins than necessary. Silver Sandbag just threw in a ton of coins for you guys. So last night was 125 bucks. Tonight, another $125 tournament here. That means top 3 is getting paid too. Fucking crazy. Dude, you guys are too kind. Thank you so much, Silver. Big props to Silver hooking you guys up. That is awesome. And of course, we are not doing just Injustice and MK11. I want to be doing MKX stuff too. Mr. Vort, have you gone mad? Have you gone mad? Mr. Vort dropping in another 50 on this. That is insane. You guys barely hear it? Alright, let me try to turn him up. I can make him louder. Mr. Vort has gone insane. Alright, well now you guys are playing for more money tonight than they were playing last night in MK11. Absolute craziness. So you guys better bring your A game on this one. That is huge. Ooh, Spear Toss. I like that Sub made the switch. I think, like I was saying, Aquaman is a tough matchup for Sub-Zero. So Sub-Slide Spammer, despite his name and maybe his main, decided that he's going to have to change it up with something a little different here. I have a question. Why are the win-losses like that? These people have definitely not played 4 games, right? Can we all agree that they haven't played 4 games? So why are the win-losses like that on the top of the screen? Yes, there's a loser's bracket, Savage Flame. There's a loser's bracket. You might need to refresh your bracket, because I didn't have it on there because I fucked it up. But if you refresh the bracket page, you should see the loser's bracket. Sub-Side Spammer doing a lot better job, though, holding it down in this one. But that being said, I know that Space Lesbians isn't necessarily a heavy Aquaman player, right? We've seen a lot of Dark Side from Space Lesbians. So maybe this is going to be a bit of a counterpick war between these two. Is it just keeping track of them in, like, that have won in the lobby at all and not who these people actually are? Very strange. Yeah, these are all people that terrify me. When I run into these people in ranked, I'm like, fuck. Why didn't I get a Game Pass kit? I didn't get any Game Pass kids today, despite the fucking name on the stream. They were all fucking Necros, came out to really play. And I was like, I just want to remember the frame data. Yes, you guys play on stream, Shiro. So what is this, like $175 fucking prize pot pool for you guys? We might even be able to play post payout top 4 with that. Actually, yeah, we'll pay out top 4. Who won? Aquaman won? No way. He had no health left. I wasn't paying attention. I was busy yippity yapping. Holy shit. I mean, Sub-Side Spammer is putting up a valiant effort. He had a healthy life lead, but Space just hunkering down and takes game 2.
Aquaman. Green Lantern.
Oh, no, that doesn't count. If you met Cleve in ranked, that doesn't count. Unless Cleve wants it to count. If Cleve wants it to count, it counts. But meeting in ranked while practicing doesn't count. That's funny, though. Oh, man. Unavoidable. Optical's out here Thanosing people. I am inevitable. You're getting me in tournament or ranked. No avoiding it. Alright, we got some Green Lantern coming out here instead. Now, Green Lantern's combo routes are going to be a lot more airborne, so the trait from Space Lesbians is not going to be a factor.
At least make this challenging.
I think Stryker might be able to shine some. Stryker, are you in a party with Cleve? Does Cleve want to count their ranked encounter? I like the use of the water shield there. He is trying to kind of pressure Subside on his wake up and give him not many great options. But so far, Subside has actually been doing a really good job of hanging in there and not kind of getting baited out by that. Oh yeah, do you know, can you let me know if Cleve, and what Cleve wants to do with the Go Optical match? Because Cleve isn't typing, so no problem. No, he doesn't? Alright. So you guys are going to play again? They're going to play again then, right?
Who needs a Kraken?
Backing away. Oh, gets caught by the Trident there. I mean, Space is honestly stabilizing this, right? We saw a really big life lead from Sub-Side Spammer, but Space has just been hunkering down, making it happen. Spoke a little too soon, gets launched by the Lantern there. There's the Trident as well to follow up the combo. Getting some pressure on Trident Rush. Gonna start to chip away at that health. Okay, catches him with the rock wall, but he's not really able to get heavy damage out of this. This is gonna be big. There is still a breakaway available, or no, he already clashed. Clash has already happened. So, Space Lesbians is running out of resources to work with.
Am I making you look bad? Not amused.
Within a single Titan, I think you can only amp it one time, but like, though there's like an MK or an Injustice 1, you would build enough meter back where if you had full meter, you could do like 12 Trident rushes. Like you would build enough meter back over and over again that you would eventually get 12 of them, and you could do enough chip to kill somebody. It was enough chip to kill. It's real dumb. Not a lot of health left to work with here. Can't afford even any chip. Nice roll in! The push block is going to keep him at bay. Tried to go for the slow Lantern there to make it more of a threat, just lingering out there, but he needs one more hit and he will find it. Yeah, it was something like 11 or 12, and you were real close to getting the extra one after. Like, if it was either like you would get 12 or it was like poke plus whatever could get you the 12th one, and it was fucking crazy. Alright, cool. So Optical send him an invite, so that'll be your guys' tournament set. And we got Sub-Side Spammer on the board here, answering back with the Lantern pick. But now I think, honestly, Aquaman had kind of done his work. Oh, that's fine. You're fine, Cleve. Whenever you're done, you can join, I guess, whenever you're done with your other rank set. So, like, you know, what he wanted to do was mainly just force him off of Sub-Zero, which that has been achieved. And Sub doesn't really have the opportunity now to counterpick any further. He's locked in with Lantern. So Space Lesbian's got whatever work he wanted to get done with that Aquaman pick, it would appear. Alright. Show of hands. Who here never uses a Smurf? I want to know who, like, I will know when I'm fighting you. You know what I mean? Because I can't tell sometimes. Sometimes it feels like who is this? But I never use, if you run into me, it will always be the proper account. I never use this. Yeah, raise your hand if you never use this one. I want to know who the people are that I will know it's you, for sure, when I'm playing you. And I don't have to fucking try to get some footage out from the last time we fought on your real account and compare the notes. Oh, look, he does this combo. Same way, every time. Yeah, I'm still down after. Alright, so we got some honorable folks in here tonight. Look at that. The teabag is getting him caught, though, by the low. And Sub-Slide going to even up the health bars on that one. Space Lesbian is maybe getting a little bit too overzealous with the toxicity. Alright, cool. We'll get you in on the next game then. More big jump in there from Sub-Slide Spammer. Beautiful stuff. He'll get the forward overhead as well. Keeps the pressure going, but the wake-up knee prevents it from getting too out of hand. I like that Space Lesbians is being our villain here in this one. He's doing his best to give us his Ricci impression. Oh man, Optical, you found a loophole. Yeah, you guys can go next. We can do that one next if you guys really want to go. That's fine with me. I think you might be able to, Silver. I think you can in this game.
Dark side wins.
It uses a different wake-up system almost entirely. Because it's like every character gets a move that's invulnerable or whatever. But some of them are maybe like better than others. Like Black Adam's, like his invulnerability doesn't last as long. There's like a tiny bit of it, but it's not as good or whatever. But and that's how they like kind of like chose to balance it. Like the thing about Black Adam is he's really good until you knock him down. And then you can really overwhelm him. What is this weird little bar at the bottom? Alright, so let's head back over to our bracket here. We're going to pop the score in for our Space Lesbians versus Sub-Side Spammer match. And then we had Izzy and Ima excited to get on here next. And then I think we can do Anime and Striker after that. And then at that time, it'll be kind of up in the air as to whether or not Gotham's going to be able to play. But we'll find out, I suppose. But let's go ahead and get Izzy and Ima in here next for sure. And this is $175 you guys are playing for, by the way. Just so you guys are aware that the coins have skyrocketed. $175. Courtesy of Silver Sandbag, Mr. Vort, and Blaze187 Ace. The generosity from the community here, outrageous. Of course, Woolender with the gifted subs last time as well. He's a big part of that too, so he's part of why we had the initial. So big shout out to Woolender too. And we are going to be having Mr. Vort joining me on the mic here for this game as well, hopefully. So good things to come here. Let me go ahead and type some names though. Alright, we got Izzy. And Ima. Oh, I should have invited Vort first. Fuck. Alright, let me call Mr. Vort.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on? Can you guys hear Mr. Vort? Can you hear me, Mr. Vort? I guess the other half of the question.
I can hear you just fine and dandy.
Alright, excellent, eh? We got our players in here. Looks like Ima got player 1.
Which dude? Me dude, Silver? Am I too loud? 'Cause I can change it.
Yeah, it might be that I'm not loud enough. I can change some numbers. Because I think I had it
Michelangelo.
tweaked for...
Gorilla
Woo or
Grodd.
something. Let's see.
approaching Fortress of Solitude.
All right, there we go. That should be slightly adjusted and moved around, so we're better.
All right, let's try that. Is
All right,
that
here we
better?
go. So we got Ima versus Izzy. Izzy, real solid in pretty much all these games. He's going to be busting out the Michelangelo, so Mix City. And then, of course, Ima really, really notorious with this Gorilla Grodd. So we'll see how Izzy fares against this relentless monkey pressure. Already getting reset, though.
For some reason, it did not let me see the match.
Oh, it's no worries. We'll get you on for the next one then, for sure. Right now, though, this monkey is just ragdolling Michelangelo. We got a perfect round in the opening here. Izzy just unable to find any footing. But the thing is he basically guessed wrong like 3 times, right? Like, Ima just chunked out so much damage that it was 3 hits converted into a full health bar.
Yeah. I'll tell you, Gorilla can do a mass ton of damage, but this right here is just straight out of a TMNT cartoon. Giant gorilla versus a giant humanoid turtle. Heck yeah.
Whack. All right. He's got some damage on there. Still a long road ahead of him. Beautiful avoidance on the interactable. Going to use another interactable to hunt him out of the skies as well. Skateboards flying, slowly chipping away at that health bar. Izzy's been doing really well in the second health bar of keeping it intact here. He's only been touched a little bit. Spoke too soon. My bad. And that looks like a little bit of a reset that happened there as well. Grodd. Dude, do you see that? I guess you don't, actually. That's the problem, but...
I've seen it, but it's much delayed.
Yeah,
it's much delayed.
That neutral jump on the other side is just so scary to try to figure out where you're supposed to be and block to get out of that. Solid damage here from Izzy, but he's only got 1.17 health remaining. Pretty much anything the monkey does will catch him and kill, and there it is. Gets caught by the Stampede, and Ima takes game 1. Izzy, though, you know, he's going to have to look at this as like, oh shit, this is for real. Because Izzy, I feel like, is he's a very talented player, and sometimes he can come into a set thinking, like, I got this for free. And this is a wake-up that Ima is a real competitor. He doesn't fuck around with MK11, so there's no, like, shit for him to work off, you know what I mean? Like, he is here for justice only. So Izzy's gonna have to really step it up, and looks like he's going to my favorite, Firestorm. Let's go.
Oh, Firestorm is such a good character in this game. Here we go. My Gorilla, though, Gorilla Grodd's got to represent. I tell you, I loved it when he first came out. You know, not a lot of people were picking him up or saying that he was a top shelf type of player, but boy, did he come out on his own later in the game live.
Oh, absolutely. This character is bonkers. And, like, just seeing what players are capable of this many years down the line, as the game has had some time to simmer, is just beautiful stuff here. So we got the Fire Shield up, trying to keep the zoning to keep him away, but I think the Stampede actually gave the invulnerability to get through that flame carpet.
Good job by Izzy. Oh, there he goes. He's got him knocked back up into the corner. There should be some really good damage for him right here.
That was a beautiful pickup there by Izzy, and that was off of a down 1. Going down 1 into the fire burst.
But he jumped right into that one.
Yeah, he's going to answer right back here. Big damage. Ooh, drops it a little short. And look at that, Izzy with the conversion on the air-to-air.
Nice pickup.
Very nicely done.
See right now, Izzy's playing that game, that perfect Firestorm game right now, right? You dash in, you dash out, you set him up, you go in, do some damage, pop right back out again. That's what he wants to do. Look at him right here. He's activated his trait. We've got super Firestorm now as he goes in. Oh, had to pull out the trial though. Try to get him blocked up. See if you can get some health back,
Bang.
or at least stop some of the damage. He got some health back, not a lot. 31, I think is what it was. Izzy right back, completely in control right now.
Monkey comes in, keeps it safe with the fire burst, and that's a launcher too. So, you know, best of both worlds. And that's going to do it damage-wise. Very nicely done by Ima to close out that last health bar. Izzy feels like he's controlling the pace a little bit more, but like when Gorilla gets in, it becomes a disaster.
Yeah, it's a total contrast in characters right now. You know, I feel Firestorm is one of those setup characters. He doesn't do a ton of damage, but is great on setups. Gorilla, on the other hand, is damage, and more damage.
All right, this is going to be an opportunity for Izzy to get some damage here for himself. He's got the fire setup as well, so which way do you block? Oh, that was so sick.
That was nice.
I think he's got him dead here to rights now. He's got a clash available. Oh, no, he doesn't even have a clash. That was it. That was a beautiful setup from Izzy. The extra downtime or restand time that they have when they're in the blue fire. Uses that to hop over, neutral jump back to the other side. I don't even know where you're supposed to block that one, but really solid plays there from Izzy. Great games. And Izzy going to go ahead and put one on the board here for Firestorm.
Let's talk about Ima, how he's so so into Injustice 2. Izzy's a little all over the place, even on MK. I mean, he's all over all these other characters. I still think this little kid, I mean, a little kid, I guess he's about 16
12 years
now.
old.
Yeah, he's so talented in this, so talented. I think if you ever did focus down on one, he would be giving people offline a run for their money on their top spots on every tournament he goes to.
And someday he'll be tall enough to go on the roller coasters, every single one of them.
Sometimes he won't need parental guidance to go to the tournaments.
Gotta get that permission slip signed, Izzy.
Yeah, these are mature games. You know that, right? Your mama
I
bought
suppose
this
T
for
for
you?
teen, he's good. Well, actually,
Oh, that's right.
when it came out, probably not, though.
All right, right back in there. Gorilla Grodd throwing it down. Goes to the interactable. Doesn't hit. And here we come. You see Izzy going right back with that corner combo pressure. Goes to the neutral jump. Doesn't work. Here's a throw. Got him back into the corner.
Another one? Okay. He's building up that trait as well. I think that's one of the cool things about the throw for Firestorm is it's got that extra buff of increasing his trait buildup. And here we see the trait now coming out very early in round one. And here's that setup again. Blocked wrong.
Missed the last part, dashes across, got caught last time he does it. This time, he trades and gets the first bar of health off the gorilla. Rod activating his psychic trait. Gives him several moves. There he goes. Goes for telekinesis. Doesn't work. Oh, get locked down again, son. Here we go. Izzy's got him popped up. This should be some dice damage. Trying to build that trait back up. Goes back down. Oh, goes to the interactable himself. Misses, and the gorilla makes him pay.
Speed is disappointingly bad.
Oh, man.
I bought it from a dispensary for pristine prices. It's like fucking found it underneath my dealer's car seat.
Oh.
It's so bad. It's a dumb complaint. I've been complaining about it for days, but I'm pissed. Anyway.
If you're paying that kind of price, you should be getting some good stuff.
I know, it's awful. All right, fire trait is up. Very deadly. Good patience here. Oh no, as soon as I said it, he got caught. It's so hard to know when you can move.
Yeah.
Because you also have to worry about the amplify, too.
There we go. Izzy on the board. He's going up 2-1 all of a sudden after turning to Firestorm. Had to get off that Mikey. Buff Mikey, by the way.
I think
the
that
best turtle, no matter what the rest of y'all say.
I think what it truly came down to in that matchup is that with Mikey, what Izzy wants to do is be able to kind of run things, but it turns out that he needs more control against Grodd, or at least against Ima. Ima was able to dictate the pace too much for his Mikey, but with Firestorm, he does be able to kind of wrestle the wheel back. He's got a lot more moves to keep Grodd in check, and the damage turnout is nothing to shy away from. So
yeah.
I like the switch here. It does look like Ima, no longer confident in the monkey, is going to be switching over to Brainiac, so this is going to be an interesting one. Immediately taking the skies, though. That's where Brainiac seems to be most comfortable. And personally, I think
nice.
How often Brainiac is in the air is somewhat problematic for Firestorm. Firestorm wants to check your movement on the ground, and his ability to kind of float and double jump and dive kick all over the place means that that ground movement is not as important, so you can't really control it as much.
That's right. All that control factor all of a sudden kind of goes out the window, but he's still got tools as he's showing in his pocket right now. Dashes himself across the screen, but gets opened up for the Robo Hente Master. Oh, he tried to get him right there.
All right, gonna get the side switch here. Beautiful setup here. Gonna go into the restand as well. Oh no, just gonna go max damage on that. Barely leaves him alive, but we'll chip him out with the fire fusion, I think is what it's called. So nicely done.
Nicely done indeed. Here we go. Goes for the lockdown. Doesn't work. Brainiac flies in the air, calls out a drone, but instantly gets knocked back down.
That was big.
That's one of those things, man. Brainiac needs those drones for his own control in the sky. And if you hit him before those things make contact, it takes away a lot of his game. Goes right back. Got him in the corner, but Izzy's trying to fight out. Caught him, but didn't amplify it. There goes one of those drones out. Doesn't hit. Oh, he tries to jump in with the drone that time. Last time he did that double jump. He came in with a dive kick, but didn't need it that time. Just stood him up and gave him some of the tentacle loving.
Alright, big dive kick yet again. I'm not able to get the full conversion, but doing a solid job of locking him down. Izzy will spend some meter to get out of that trouble, but it comes right back for him. That blue trait starting to run out as well.
There he goes for the drone. He's very happy, just kind of sitting back. He knew when that trait was going to run out, timed it perfectly to jump in, but gets grabbed by Izzy and pays the price. Firestorm comes out on top there.
Able to just really close such a huge distance with that, but the patience from Izzy meant that he wasn't going to try to check him. He just blocked the dive kick, had the kill ready. So it is going to be Izzy that ends up taking it 3-1 here over Ima. So what an intense match, and I'm sure not the last we'll see of Ima either, but we'll see as the losers bracket is going to be happening off stream. Let's go ahead and hop back to that bracket though, so we can get ready for our
This Gorilla
next
Grodd
set
is
of
so
matches
good.
here.
I would be very surprised if he's not in the finals.
So we're gonna go to Anime Ninja Blade and Striker is gonna be our next one, and then that's gonna do it for the round 1 matches. Those of you guys that are in the losers bracket, you guys can go ahead and get started playing your matches too if you'd like, because the losers bracket matches are gonna happen off stream, and it looks like all of the losers bracket matches currently can be played. So Subslide and Amusing Flames, Cleve and Ima, and Silver and Clay, you guys can go ahead and get into your matches if you would like, and we're going to go ahead and, like I said, get Striker and Anime Ninja Blade in here to get our next match.
I want to see some Striker gameplay. Who do you think he's going with?
I would like to see his Bane, to be honest, but I know that he's got a handful of characters, and he likes to keep the variety, I think, for his own personal well-being and enjoying it. So I think we could end up seeing maybe Bane to tail it out. But the other thing too is I think Bane is a character that maybe does have some bad matchups, right? You know, that is
Bane does. Yeah. I love Bane in this game, and I loved him in the first one too. But he does, I think, have some bad matchups going for him.
Yeah. So I think if it also kind of depends on what it is that anime is going to be bringing to the table as well.
But what have you been playing while we're waiting on our contestants lately?
I've been playing. Well, I fell into a bit of a Dota hole, which is fun.
I knew that.
I like some Dota, but anime. What is your gamer tag again? I'm sorry. I've looked up Anime Ninja Blade, and that's not it. And I feel like I'm supposed. We're gonna say it, and I'm gonna remember that that's what it is, but I don't know it right now.
Yeah.
It makes me feel bad. It's been a while since I've had to type it though.
Well, my son pulled me in the back for blood, so we've been playing a lot of that together.
Yeah, I was playing that with Cleve and Striker and the Frogs and stuff. It's definitely better when you're with people. Like playing the game by myself is kind of.
Are you joking me, Dream, right now? Are you shitting me?
What?
You
They have
mean
that game too?
after I gave you the invite to come play?
Well, no, that was you. I had not. That was after I had played with them. I haven't played it a bunch since, but I was just saying I had touched it. It is fun, but it's just like I can't. It's the kind of thing I couldn't find myself playing by myself to like supplement the time when I didn't have people to play with. And then
No. I can tell you from personal experience, it's definitely a.
Oh, okay, that's a new name. Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah, you must have changed your name. That's a new one.
It's not fun, but there's a.
Uh-oh, you're cutting out there a little bit, Vort.
Black Manta.
Alright.
Poison Ivy.
I don't know what happened to Mr. Wart. His mic is disobeying him.
Poison
Hopefully you can
Ivy.
still hear me. I don't know what's going on with the internet over there, but looks like Striker's busting out the Black Manta. This was not on the list of projected possibilities. I've seen his Deathstroke, for example, or not Deathstroke, Deadshot as one of it, and I think that because Bane struggles with zoning in some instances, Deadshot would do a good job of supplementing that. But Black Manta is definitely an interesting pick here. We'll see how this goes.
Can you hear me, Dream?
Yes, now I can hear you.
For some reason, my internet just decided to skip. Skip a beat. Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Hopefully that's
All
not
right,
a
here we
regular
go.
thing.
No, it's not a regular thing at all. But here we go. Black Manta, man, I love this skin, by the way.
He's got the frog eyes, dude. Of course the frog's got the frog eyes.
Yeah,
That's absolutely
right.
fitting.
That's absolutely fitting. And man, I love me some Black Manta. I don't know if I say I liked him as well in this game as I do in the DC comics, right? Because I really love him in the comics. But he is really cool, and I've seen some incredible things for those skilled enough to give him a good run.
Yeah, I think that's what we're going to get out of Stryker here. So far, he's been doing a great job utilizing the flight as well to get some extra hits and death from above with those rockets. So really solid stuff. Looks like Anime is able to get himself established here now with the... Oh no, the pet got hit. The amplified rocket. The thing about the rockets is the first one has a limited range, but the amplified is like a sector homing missile. It's coming. So expert use of that by Stryker to make sure he hit her and got her out of the trait.
What a nice way. He kept keeping her in the corner, keeping that pressure on. It's because if Poison Ivy gets a chance to do her thing, it's a buckets of damage. But here we go. Look at the mobility Stryker's using of this character. And just as just talking about that amplified rocket, another one gets him.
Yeah, the rockets are such a powerful tool. Not to mention it's going to be launching people if they're being a little bit too overzealous with their offense on the ground. So they do need to tighten up that defense and be ready to block those. Look at that. Just dancing out of the range of that back three. Stryker really firing on all cylinders, it seems. This is going to be a full combo here in the corner. Just keeping the damage stacked up with those eye lasers.
Oh, went for the rocket. Didn't connect. Goes in. Okay. Here we go. Poison Ivy trying to fight out.
That'll be the round.
Yeah, well, at least got a bar off Stryker, if nothing else. Here we go. She's still got a lot of life deficit here, though, to make up. Stryker goes right back in. There's a light. Those eye lasers had to clash. See if she can get some help back here.
I mean, there's no meter on her side, though. Stryker's just going to guarantee just one more hit will do. What does that bark armor do? Does that make her take no chip?
I think that's what it does, but I haven't played the game in
reduced
months.
Chip? I feel like there's no chip would be broken. No chip sounds like it would be too good.
I don't know if it's no or reduced, to be honest with you.
But it might be a thing where, like, she hurts you for touching her as well. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'd have to look it up. Here, I can do that right now while we're talking.
All sorts of weird stuff. It's been so long. Oh, she actually does take no chip at all? Yeah, that seems so insane. In a game like Injustice 2, being able to turn off chip actually sounds really powerful. And it would also, you know, add to that, in particular against Black Manta, right? Black Manta is a chip monster with those eye lasers. So being able to turn that off is really, really good.
Yeah, really, really good. Well, I don't think it lasts very long, does it?
Yeah, I don't know how long it lasts. It's not long. Enchantress has a move that makes her take her meter as damage instead. So yeah, she stops taking damage during that, but her meter drains adversely.
Look at Stryker go, immediately goes in, gets blocked there on that string, though. And he may try to fight back.
You can't do it.
There you go. With the pet, this is going to be some good damage. She can really lock you down and turn it on, and that's exactly what she's doing. Trying to get in there, goes for the grab, doesn't connect. There's a couple pokes. Stryker fighting back.
Look at that conversion from the air flight as well. Beautiful stuff. Wasn't able to go full damage from that, but just the potential, I think, is already scary enough. I'm shaking.
Yeah, hey, I love this. I love this Black Manta play. He's doing such a good job. He's using the mobility. He's using the character way it's meant to be. I feel the developers meant for it to be used. And look at the results right there. Got him in the corner with the big boot.
All right, that should be the round. Very nicely done.
Answers right back, though. Man, Ivy is so good at pumping out that buckets full of damage at a time.
Also like that he used the side switching string, so that's going to give him some real estate to start running away with here. Doesn't want to get cornered again. We've seen that Stryker does a great job of applying tons of damage to you with the eye lasers and everything once he's got you cornered, because the pushback isn't a thing anymore.
Yeah, Anime just made a great read on him. Knew exactly when he was coming in, countered it perfectly. Oh, using the interactable like Tarzan. Oh, she goes for that no chip damage again, but boom! He doesn't need the chip when she opened up, and there you go. He finally gets that first bar down. Here comes Stryker back. A little life still to make up.
So, Optical was saying in the chat that that's an input error. I'm curious if he is trying to get something different and is accidentally getting that. One thing about Poison Ivy is she has maybe too many special moves, right? She's got the whip stance, she's got all the drills, she's got like her wake up attack, she's got a command grab. She has got stuff all over the place. So there could be a potential that that's not exactly what he's going for at those ranges. Just the drills coming out. And the drills are tracking too. I thought that was wild. Going from MK11 where basically nobody has a tracking move. There's like one or two moves that track, but for the most part, moves like that, you have to aim them. But then Like, for her vine drills to be tracking was like, oh, I forgot. That's how good they were. Yes, this is for Xbox, War God.
Now, Stryker had some bars here to spend. There he goes. He gets his 28 life back. Right back in, though.
I'm too enthralled.
Oh, I didn't know the missile would get blocked by the drill.
I think it just didn't go far enough. Because it goes away.
They activated it at the same time. It looked like it got blocked by it. Uh-oh, what happened?
Careful. Push block comes out. Oh, another big board again. Oh, no. What did happen? I think we may have lost the board, actually. What probably happened. Because you just said what happened a little bit ago. Yeah. I think your internet may have booted you. Unfortunate. Alright. Not a lot of health left.
Giving me fits tonight, and I don't understand why. It never does this.
Trying to close it out, but that no chip damage is really helping here as Anime tries to stay in there, but the teleport, once that disappeared, that bark armor went away, the teleport was a very easy win condition, because that is, like we're talking about tracking, another move that's going to track right to where your opponent is. He's got an amplify to add a little extra damage on it, even though it can be interrupted, but I think that was Stryker's game plan, was to just go for the throat once the chip reduction was gone. So Stryker now up 2-0, but you can definitely see Anime Ninja Blade putting on a solid fight here.
Black Manta.
Send me an invite whenever y'all get out of that fight, please, sir.
Man.
Fighters approaching Slaughter Swamp.
Alright, here we go. Begin.
And same setup. Stryker ended up taking that one, I see.
Alright. I like the drip here, too. Switching over to the other side of the tournament thing and just keeping these loops going here. Solid damage right now. Caught him with an overhead to reset it, too. Jeez. 330 damage here. Now there's a launcher from Anime. Doesn't have the follow-up, though. I believe you can combo from that.
Yeah, I think you can.
And that's her wake-up attack. That was a new move they gave her halfway through the game's life. They just gave her a new special move. Because one of her problems was no wake-up game. And that's the thing, too, like, MK11 didn't get that treat of, like, these big overhaul revamps of, like, we gotta give this character a new move. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that didn't happen. They weren't able to give it that much in-depth care, which is...
MKX even got that.
Yeah, MKX
you know?
did. Kano got new moves. Handful of characters got additional stuff. I just need to remember the Kano one because I played him.
When we're talking about MKX, to be fair, you know, the game did do this all through a pandemic, but...
Yeah, I think that... honestly, I think that's the main difference, is that MK11 had a global pandemic that really hit the game hard. Like, our final combat got canceled the day of. Like, that's how close to trying to stay normal, and then couldn't we were. Look at this damage, and the trait is just going to keep it going. Oh, sets up the thorns on the ground, but isn't enough to save him as Stryker just brute forces his way out, and that's a 3-0. Alright.
Good job to both opponents there. They look really good individually at times. Anime, if she's just having those, or he is having those input errors, I know that stinks. Especially in a character that's finicky like Poison Ivy. You know, there's some of these characters that you kind of need to get everything right, and sometimes that night your controller is not going right, or you're not going right, or you know, you ate too much of ham for breakfast or something. I don't know.
Alright, so that is going to do it for that one. So our next match is Gotham and Stefan. However, I don't know if Gotham is home yet. I don't know. I think we might be a little early for Gotham to be able to participate, which means that we will have to probably DQ Gotham because they're not able to get here. However, is there anybody here that would like to take Gotham's spot? So anybody here with an Xbox that would like to play instead, we can go ahead and put you in Gotham's place. Just because unfortunately Gotham wasn't able to get home in time, which I think also these games went faster than we kind of figured. But yeah, like I was saying, if anybody would like to play in Gotham's place, they are welcome to do so. Stefan will be your opponent. But I know we had some people coming in late asking if this is Xbox and whatnot, so, you know, if you got your Xbox ready to go, we can get you a spot. It's a $175 tournament as well, so chance of winning some money, very real.
All you need is an Xbox and a wired connection, and you're good to go.
So who is next is Stefan versus either Laz Gunner or a Ghost Story. It's not Laz Gunner, it's LA Gunner. I just been thinking of fucking Warhammer. 40k is fucking tight though. Alright? 40k is fucking tight. LA Gunner, are you from LA? Are you in the US? And do you have a wire? Because if it comes down to wire or not, I know Ghost Story has a wire. So if you have a wire, we'll throw you in LA Gunner. But otherwise, we're gonna prioritize people on a wire connection.
It's not Laz Gunner?
No, it's not. No, it's LA. I just keep on thinking of 40k. I think he's.
Man, if you could only see the shelf, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shelf unit next to me and what it's full of.
Oh, you got some armies?
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. I can't do fantasy, but I love 40k. 40k is like my favorite universe. The bookshelf behind me is all like the Horus Heresy books because those are fucking insane. But I can't afford the plastic crack. It's too expensive.
Well, I got in on the plastic crack and went a little overboard. And that's not even counting the finished armies that are in the totes around me right now. Around
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Ah, damn, man, that is unfortunate, LA Gunner. Yeah, if you're on Wi-Fi, we do, just because it's a lot of money and Wi-Fi is really unstable for connections and stuff, so we want to try to prioritize having a wire. It would suck to lose $100 because your connection took a hiccup.
Yeah.
I highly recommend, though, accessing and getting a wire.
Le Gunner.
It will change your. It will change your life. It will change your life for sure. Mm-hmm. I'll take those scores. You said amusing 131.
Le Gunner.
-1.
Parlez-vous soufflé?
Alright, come here, Ghost.
Filling in to get smoked. There you go, buddy.
Why is
That's
it?
the attitude.
Oh, there we go. I was like, why can't I? And then I wonder if, because I ran into Stefan while I was playing before the tournament, so maybe he's in my recent players still. There he is. Perfect.
Boom. But did I go AFK? Okay. Uh-oh. No, I did not.
Oh shit! Are you throwing down?
No. I don't want to.
Oh, you have to leave because you're the king, so you'll never get off of that spot.
Okay,
either.
I'll leave.
Yeah, he'll have to re-invite you.
How do I get out of this?
Just back out of the lobby.
Yeah, how do I back out of the lobby?
Just quit like you normally would. I mean, I'll probably have to wait for the game to start, but.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, just quit when you get in there. I sent you an invite. Let me know if it didn't work because you're already in here. Because you should be able to just use that one. I just sent you to get back in. Ah, damn, I feel you. Well, if you just moved into a new place, I would highly... Well, I guess it's like if it's a place where you can't get your own internet, then those kind of places suck. But one of the cool things is, like, a lot of people end up... They move into a place and they don't think about it, and then they're like, oh, yeah, but the router's in the living room and I don't play there. And I would always recommend trying to... If you have the opportunity to organize it. And the other thing, too, that people don't know, and this is something that is, like... You can call your ISP and tell them to fucking move the router. Like, you can be like, hey, drill a hole in the side of my house and put it in my room. You can. That's part of the deal. It's not like, oh, we put the router there and you can go fuck yourself. That's not how ISPs work. Like, if you want to move it, you can do it at any time. And it doesn't cost a bunch of money either. It's not like some crazy fee you have to pay or whatever. You can just be like, hey, I need my router moved. I'm rearranging my house. And
Hey, reinvite me, Dream.
for the people that are like unable to the way their current house is set up, highly recommend like telling your parents to like call the ISP, like, or if it is a parents thing, if it's your house, then just like call those fuckers. That is their job to make sure you're happy with your service, including where it's located.
Yes, I've had them do that for me on this house. When I first moved in. Yeah, it was in the kitchen. And I'm like, well, none of my stuff's in the kitchen.
Yeah, it's like you're gonna come and move it. Like this is how this is gonna work. You provide me the service how I want it. This is Burger King now.
All right, there we
Silver
go.
on top, 3-2, nicely done.
Woo! Go, Silver.
Oh, I gotta change these names too. I'm so sorry. I'm behind. We were trying to figure out who it was gonna be. Stefan is on in. Okay. Or is it the other one?
Robo Hentai versus Goth.
Dude, Robin is such a wild character.
Yeah.
I struggle fighting this character for sure. Like he seems like a character that on paper would be like, oh yeah, his fireball is really slow startup, so it's not a threat. But it's like, oh no, but he does it on knockdown, and then it like covers this, and it's like when you truly see how it actually ends up flowing together, it actually ends up being a really threatening set of offense that this character has access to. And Ghost Story chunking out some damage here as well. Big time kill from Stefan though. Oh, this could be the kill here. No breakaway allowed as he goes for the armored back 3 there. So Ghost Story is going to have to just hold that damage, and it will be Stefan taking game 1. But I'm liking what I'm seeing from Ghost Story here. All right, Mr. Vort is back in the lobby now too. Perfect.
Yeah, there we go. Back to the sea again.
Brainiac.
I apologize for my internet tonight. I don't know what's going on with it.
Wait, Savage Flames, you don't play Ima. You guys don't play each other yet. You guys can play if you want to, but that's not a tournament set.
Robin.
You're still waiting on the loser of 14, so that's these matches that we're about to start going through next. Which, speaking of, in round 2, we're not going to be streaming every single match. So, like, Cutlass, your match is going to be on stream, and Shiro, your match is going to be on stream, but Striker and the winner of this, as well as Go Optical and... Oh, no, Go Optical is going to be on stream, too, because we missed his match. So those ones are going to be on stream, but Striker, I think that one's going to be one we're going to skip for the stream, just because we already have seen those players, and we want to try to make sure we're not stuck here too long. Although we are kind of speeding through these matches as well. This game is very fast-paced. It's probably because you don't get your health back, right? It's one continuous health bar, so that does end up shrinking the match times.
Here we go. Robin's in the corner. Nice rollout, but instantly gets punished there by the Robo Hentai.
Yeah, Stefan is just hunting him down. Those dive kicks are going to do a really good job of chasing you, too, because it will just correct to where you're at. So, you know, Ghost Story's attempts to leave, there's just so much mobility that Brainiac does a really good job of chasing him back down. Ooh, the drop on the conversion, that is unfortunate.
There he goes. Got the clash up. I didn't see if he had any meter, though. Oh, he does. He has some, so you should get some health back here. Back up's almost full. Well, as soon as I say that, here comes Robo Hentai again. Getting in there. Although Robin's doing some decent damage, trying to get that first life bar off. There's the batarang, flips the sword. But you know that's how Robin rolls. Yeah.
It's the other side as well. The cross-up comes out in his favor. Tries to get through, but the armor will prevent it. And here comes the follow-up. This is where it gets real deadly, but Ghost finds his way out. That should have side-switched, but because he killed him with it, it ended up actually not going that way.
All right, big damage right off the top. Ghost is going to make the move, but they can't do it. Here comes the tentacles to play gotcha grab, and just like that, Robin goes down. I think Stefan's up 2-0 at this point. Let's see if a Ghost Story makes a change, or maybe he just needs to get back into the feel for Robin here. I don't know if he's been playing a lot.
Brainiac.
He's looking over his characters. Oh, goes right back to Robin.
Maybe just wants a different stage. Stage is very important in these games.
Absolutely. Yeah, the
Arguably
type of
more important in other
interactables you
games.
have, I mean...
Maybe just the fact that you get extra combo routes with them, right? Like, if you have a background
yeah.
bounce or not, depending on which character you are, that can be a huge impact to your ability to chunk out damage and what your combo routes are and stuff. And then, of course, like you're saying, just the other general interactables, too. You know, there are some stages with interactables that are reusable, like Fortress of Solitude is broken for power characters. I don't care if I'm mirroring the same, like, it's the same characters again. We're picking a different stage, because I'm not dealing with that fucking corner.
Yeah, I hear you. There he goes. Those are the drones keeping the pressure on. Robin trying to fight back. Caught him with the bangerang.
Again, it's trying to hunt him down. It does have some decent homing properties, but just Brainiac is so damn mobile. He's all over the place.
He just has such access to, you know, the lines that Batarang just doesn't go.
Are the tentacles a comic book thing?
Not in the old one. Which, as far as Brainiac goes, that's where I know is from the old DC comics. But I do think they added it to them in later comics.
Okay. Do you think Injustice started it, though? Probably not, actually, because Injustice 2 is...
They might have amplified it. I don't think I've ever seen the tentacles used in that manner before.
Yeah, these tentacles are fucking wild, but it's like Dr. Octopus on a whole nother level in a lot of ways.
Yeah. Now, if you want to ask me about obscure Marvel characters, I'm all over that.
Alright, so Ghost Story answers back. He got rid of that first health bar. Good duck on the drone flying over as well. Trying to use the range of that sword, just barely not close enough, though.
Just Brainiac gets in, does the... Oh, such damage, such mobility, flitting across the screen like that. And just like that, it was a good show by Ghost Story, but Brainiac's going to take it.
3-0 to Stefan. Very nicely done. Brainiac looking real strong, and I don't feel as bad about losing to it earlier.
Yeah, there you go. You should never feel bad about losing to a game you haven't been playing.
I mean, that's true. That's true. That's part of it. Is I was still relearning, but we are gonna go ahead and hop back over to our bracket. If Clay wants to play the spot, then I suppose he can. So what we're gonna go ahead and do, we got round 1 done. Stefan and Striker, you guys can go ahead and play off stream, just so that we're not stuck here all night. And we're gonna go ahead and do. Let's go with Wb the Goat. We haven't seen him since the first match. So we'll go Goat and Shiro, and then Space and Cutlass, and then Optical and Izzy, and then we'll kind of go through that. And the losers bracket will hopefully continue on and keep up. Which, speaking of, Ghost, if you could play Anime Ninja Blade in losers, that would be wonderful. We keep the losers bracket moving along. So far, the losers bracket is moving along quite nicely, just waiting on us. So we are making good time here. So Ghost and Anime, losers, match 1, and then we're going to start running through these. Stefan and Striker, you guys can also play off stream, and I'll get our invites out here to the Goat and Shiro. Shiro, can you drop your gamertag, the full spelling again as well?
What I was saying earlier, Dream, is somehow Bethesda managed to get me back into Skyrim.
Ooh, okay. Skyrim, that's the game you can play it on anything.
Yeah, they dropped a big anniversary update with new mods and add-ons for the consoles, and I told my youngest, I was like, I've already spent like 700 hours on this game. I don't know why I'm going back to it, but they interested me, so I started a new character. Yeah, so
all right.
Those have been kind of the two things I've been messing around with for the last few weeks.
Well, that's cool. Did I miss a letter? I missed a letter. There's a Yasha. Sanjin Yasha. What's going on, Fallen Sovereignty?
If y'all didn't know, Dream has a merchandise channel as well. Go click on one of the buttons down there. It'll take you to his merch page. If you like the logo, and who doesn't?
That logo is so sick.
It is sick, man. You could get that on your own hoodie or your own sweatshirt or your own t-shirt. I like telling the story. I ordered one. Miss Vort filled it, and it instantly got taken away from me. So...
Claimed.
Claimed. As soon as she saw it. Wearing
Alright.
a t-shirt, and I got claimed from my grandson. So I still got to order something else.
Dude, it's such a sick logo. Shout outs to the MCG boys that came up with that logo. Like, their graphics designer that did that. I think his name's Shokan. It's so cool looking. It's the Pokemon Tower. There's like a Haunter in it. It's so cool. But here we go. We got our characters ready. Our players are ready. We got Shiro versus Wb the Goat Catwoman coming out yet again here from WB. He does also have a really solid Grodd that we've seen in the past, but it looks like so far he's feeling the feline rush.
I'm telling you right now, of all the characters in this game, who scares me the most, I think, is Catwoman. She can just pump out so much damage in such a quick period of time.
I'll see, the Kryptonians are the ones that get me. Supergirl and Superman are like, ugh. And then Wonder Woman is also a real stressful fight for me. You know who else is pretty rough, though? Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn zoning is on
Harley Quinn's
another
really
level.
solid. Yeah, she's really solid. But Catwoman, man, there's just about no one that can do the damage like she can. I mean, in a skilled player's hands, obviously. It always makes me a little anxious when she pops out. Now, Dr. Fate here, he wants to play a lot of keep-away game. He has a lot of control elements as well, as you notice. His traits up. He can send those super onks out. Right now, Catwoman's got him back in the corner, working on that second health bar. She backs up, tries to jump back in with a whip. Gets a slight tap for her troubles. Comes Dr. Fate, throwing out the glow orbs of destiny.
I like how he's using those as a space control tool. Just, I want to keep the cat away from me.
Yeah, that's what you got to do, especially Catwoman, because if she's far away, you know, what can she do?
And she can hit you with that fucking whip is what she can do. She's got such crazy range,
Yeah,
but
that's
I do
true.
think that orb hovering there is actually doing a good job of keeping her out. It's a big obstacle for her.
What gets me is she's so quick, too. You know what I'm saying? You think she's out of range, then bam, she's in there and doing damage to you. Here she goes, right in there. Speaking of damage, Dr. Fate pushes her away, gets her off that first health bar. He's in good position now. Got her across the screen. Let's see what he does with it. Oh, and just like that, that's what we were talking about. She dashes in and starts the damage all over again. She comes right back. Good blocks by Dr.
I don't know
Fate.
what the frames are on that. And I think that was the trait. She used the trait and like leaps at you. But it depends on which level of trait she has.
That's
What
right.
the frames are, and I think that Shiro might have been kind of like, oh, is it my turn or not? And just that little bit of hesitation is enough for a couple more tickles to come through and close it out.
All right.
Catwoman.
Expect to see Catwoman's going to be back. Let's see if he sticks with Dr. Fate. He does. Shiro goes right back to him. Got a sick-looking outfit for the good doctor.
Fighters approaching.
We're going to
Brainiac.
Brainiac Ship Collection Chamber.
Begin.
All right, going back in. Catwoman, they go try to the air. She misses with a whip. Oh, gets punished with a dash. Here comes those orbs, trying to keep her from jumping in like that. Pops his trait, throws out the red stuff. Oh, catches her there. Going in, trying to keep the traits coming down, so she does it. The onk's coming down from the sky, so she can't let go of the block button. There's that orb. He doesn't hold it that time. There's one he holds. Oh, she attacks right into it. A little bit of damage there. Right now, Dr. Fate's on top. There you go. He read her. Oh, she goes for the dive, but the Onk blast knocked her down. One health bar gone. Dr. Fate's barely been touched here, Dream. Lost his trait. Here comes the special red goodness. There's that orb into the dash. Bumps her across the head. Misses the last hit of that. So far, he's got her controlled, making her stand still and not come to him. Oh, traits up, Onk's up. There she goes, trying to get in. Oh, he follows it up with a dash. She's gonna clash. She needs some health back, she says. As soon as she had the bars to do it.
Shiro's got a huge life lead right now he's sitting on.
It's ginormous. It is
Ooh,
just a,
that's a weird trade. Ends up getting the orb out, but still gets clipped by the cat dash.
all right. Pops those onks. There they go. Through the sky, down below, into the onk hit.
Almost
Puts
enough
her
for
across the
kill.
screen.
Needs a
I
little
am
more.
really impressed.
There we go. The throw to close it out. Beautiful play here from Shiro.
I tell you, Shiro was in control that whole match that time. Catwoman never got in to be able to try to do her crazy stuff and keep her pressure on, which is what Catwoman's all about. That time, Dr. Fate came in top, kept her where he wanted her, and was just able to pick and choose where he took his attacks from.
Yeah, that was a lot of really solid control here from Shiro. Made sure that he was dictating the pace and kind of deciding where things were going to happen. So Goat was, for the most part, just really clawing his way out and couldn't do it. But we saw in that first game, he absolutely has what it takes to get the W here. So we'll see what happens in Game 3 as we now head down to Atlantis. And yes, Claymation, your match is off stream. We don't have it determined yet, though, so you still got some time.
Now we're under the sea where everything's finer. There he goes, tries to go in. He goes for the lowest, into the onk up high. Nice move, didn't quite connect. There's that orb. Goes for the teleport, trying to keep her guessing. Here's the big spike. Uh-oh, she finally got in. Here comes some of that damage, though, that you know Catwoman can put out. Oh, just like that. 411. Oh, nicely done. He instantly wants to control that space again. Throws that orb out to stop her. Here she goes. She got in, though. Oh, with the onk splash, though. Knocks her down and takes her first life bar. Still a heck of a life lead right now. Fake going in. There's the onk. It's like, Vort might be anxious about Catwoman, but I'm not. I got this down pat. Really pressuring her now with those dashes. There's that orb into the teleport. Goes for the throw. Gets rejected. He's just keeping that pressure on. No longer is he worried about distance. He's trying to close the gap some. Goes to interactable. Doesn't connect. Uh-oh, Catwoman's got you in the corner. This is where she wants you, but she backs up. Goes back forward for a little damage. This is definitely not where Dr. Fate wants to live. Just like that, that health bar that he had was gone. But he's still got a huge life lead at this moment. Catwoman wants to keep him there. Doesn't want to let her out.
Oh, look at the fucking orb coverage.
It is so good.
Goat has a lot of meter to work with, though, here. So if he can find an opening, jumps over. There's going to be no breakaway to stop this, or whatever it's called, Clash. But the wake up catches him. That drop combo is crucial because I got to say, I think Goat would have been going into a combo that may have been a restand, right? He's got the cat dash amplify that puts you back on your feet. And Goat could have very easily gone in to, like, take over from there. But unfortunately, not going to be able to find the mark on that. The drop combo cost him. So is Goat going to stick it out with this Catwoman pick? I think that's the big question here now because we know he's got a solid Grodd as well, but it looks like it's going to continue to be Catwoman.
He believes in this matchup. And Grodd might have a harder time getting in than Catwoman does. Catwoman has a lot of moves that can get her in. Grodd's got some too, but that orb would be a bigger problem, I think, for him. There we go. Onk's out. There's the orb trying to clock her down. Went for the high onk. Didn't hit in case she backdashed, I guess. Got her with a combo. Uses the interactable. Here comes those orbs. He's using those orbs to control space so well right now. Every time he wants to set up something, orb comes out first. Goes to the onk. Nice read, but doesn't connect for some reason. There's the orbs again. She dodges it. Goes for the dash. Oh, somehow they traded in the air. Catwoman trying to catch him. Oh, he's in her head right now. He is in her head. Oh, she dodged both the onk and the ball at the same time, but that second onk, the follow-up, got her. Here she comes back in, goes for the whip, low read. Orb still caught her. He thought it was going to disappear, but it didn't. He's going in. She catches him with a grab. All right, now she's got traded position. This is where she wants him, right in the corner. He goes for the interactable. Oh, he changes position on her. Good job. Goes for the clash. She's probably going to try to get some life back here. Right now, Shiro has a huge life lead. Only spends one bar, though. Gets 130 back. There he goes, right back. Tries to get in his face. Doesn't work. Uses the interactable.
Oh no, the cat dash whiffed! Okay, he broke the arm rafter. He's getting a little bit of redemption on that, but that cat dash whiffing is real heartbreaking for him. I think it is a timing thing, right? Like, you can delay it to get it. He must have been a little too hasty, but that hurts. Still gonna get the round, though, as Goat tries to dig his heels in and fight back here.
Yeah, Shiro right now, you know he's going to keep trolling this space because he doesn't want to let Catwoman get in to do her stuff because this health bar will not hold up to her.
All Alright,
Goes out
zoning
the
gonna
orb.
happen. Tons of damage here. The roll gets through. 3 onks, down they go. Good throw tech, hands off.
I don't know that dash. That dash has played so many dividends. This throw again
Teabags
doesn't
from
work.
Shiro as well. Hold up! And the wake up, it's so big. How do you get over the onk?
Good job of
Wins.
making a new game plan for Shiro. He was looking like he was fixing to get destroyed in the first round, and then came back and really laid the smackdown on the next 3. Good job.
Absolutely.
Good job adjusting.
So we're gonna go ahead and head back over to our bracket while we get prepped for our next match. We've got Ghost and Anime playing off stream. Currently, Stefan and Striker also playing off stream. So we're gonna get some invites out to Space and Cutlass Myth here, and that'll be our next match. Cutlass, if your gamertag is not that spelling, can you go ahead and let me know what it is? And then I'll go ahead and get invited. I think it's that, but I don't actually remember. So if it's spelled differently, let me know. Yes, you are after Space. Optical, you are after Space. You and Izzy are up after this one. There we go.
Yeah, as we take a quick break to get people in, remember Dream's also got a YouTube channel. He puts all the tournaments up on there, usually on the next day. So if you ever miss portions, or if you ever want to catch up on, you have to work a night or something, much like I do, I just go on there the next day, and there it is, and I watch it in my own comfort.
Alright, so invite has been sent to, I think, both players. I got Cutlass and Space in there, so they'll be joining us shortly. And yeah, I am going to try to get the tournament archive up from the MK11 tournament last night, as well as tonight's events here.
We're getting everything ready for you. Hope everybody's doing well out there. Seems the world's starting to try to get back to normal for everybody. I've been playing housewife recently, as my wife has been pulling about 80 to 90 hours a week at her job. I was telling Dream, my grandson got sick, and I spent the last several days just being with him. All right, we're going to the Red Sun Prison.
And we got more Catwoman.
With some dark side on top of it. I am not great at dark side, but he's a great character that I wish I knew better. There he goes. Calls out the Parademon. Oh, caught him right there. Keeping him zoned out. Taking a book out of Shiro's game. Doesn't want to let him get close. Using those
Nicely
Omega beams.
done.
There's a stomp.
Oh, careful. Oh, finds the opening here, though. Cutlass gonna get caught by that unblockable. Single use, though.
Oh, Parademon caught it out on top. Didn't hit. Catwoman got in, did some massive damage. Oh, goes for the knee, trying to bust out of it. Oh, uses the teleport and changes positions. All right, wait for it to get up. Oh, caught with a wake up.
Just poke into the knee. He knew it would chip out if he could. Very nicely done.
Right back.
Big
Oh,
armor.
look at the armored hit. Instantly goes into clash. Don't know what their bars look like. Oh, Catwoman's definitely getting some health back. There's the Parademon and the Mega Beam, trying to keep her away. Goes for the teleport, though. Didn't connect. She was ready for it. She comes right back, throwing out, but good blocks by Darkseid. Here he goes, catching her in the air. Boom! The Dark One himself has come to party. But he finally gets that space bar, that bar knocked off. Space Leslie's still in there. Oh, but Cutlass jumps in. This would be some big damage.
All right, corner pressure. Gets out of it with the teleport here. Got the Parademon as well. Jumps over it, but doesn't come down for the punish, but still just teleporting all over the place. Beautiful defense. Cutlass Smith gonna get a solid punish here. There is a breakaway available from Space, but he won't activate it yet.
He went for the knee, didn't connect. Oh, gets caught up into a Catwoman dash. More damage coming, and just like that, This shows you how quickly a match can go in Injustice. At one moment, you think Darkseid's gonna be laughing on his throne of Apocalypse, and the next thing you know, Catwoman's out here waving around a purple whip. I think he had a good game plan. He was really keeping her locked down. But when that game plan falls apart and she gets in, you gotta have some kind of answer to get away from her. Just couldn't quite seem to do it. All right, picking our, we're going to the Ace of Clubs. No, we're going to Gotham City, the Empire Prop Room.
Who won? I was looking at the chat. I'm sorry.
Cutlass won.
Catwoman won? Okay.
Yep.
Begin.
All right, use the interactable. Doesn't quite connect. There's the Mega Beam into the Parademon. Oh, goes in, catches her. Boom with the big slam. This would be some good damage for him. Boom. Oh, 560 damage. Look at that from Space Lesbian. Caught him with the Parademon into the interactable. More Omega Beam saying, keep away from me.
Careful. Throws the movie reel at him, but the laser's still going to come through and finish the job. Space Lesbian's very healthy life lead here for game 2.
Goes for the Parademon. Almost gets caught trying to pull it out. Goes up. Cop catches him. She goes for the cat dash. Doesn't hit. Gets him with the whip, though. Big Beam comes flying out. Oh, goes to the Parademon, but gets interrupted. This would be some big damage. 499 off a combo just like that. Catwoman's back again.
Oh, man.
She ain't done.
That life lead he has very quickly evaporating away. The wake up attack will put things back into his control. Has some air lasers, but she's behind you. Just let it go. More YOLO knees. Do it.
Goes to the slam, doesn't work, and there's that first space bar. Let's see if Cutlass can finish this off. Now, Catwoman has the ability, with the damage she can put out, to actually win this, even with the life deficit. And just like that, she's already going for it. 430 right there. Read the wake-up knee. Didn't quite get the full combo she wanted. Oh, and just like that, the knee and the big stomp makes it 1-1.
Darkseid wins.
The Lord of Apocalypse.
All right, ties things
Being
up.
beat by Cat Burglar. See if he stays with Catwoman. When Catwoman gets in there, obviously, as the first round shown, there's going to be some big damage.
Darkseid.
Getting around the Mega Beams and Parademons and teleports that Darkseid could throw out could be a little tricky.
Metropolis.
Yeah, Darkseid is real rough. I think Firestorm, the only good thing I like about that matchup for Firestorm is that when he does the fire burst, it kind of covers the whole circle, right? So it covers the teleport sides as well, but even then, he does sometimes sneak his way around it and stuff, so it can be tough. Damn, Stryker lost to Stefan? That must have been a hell of a match. Oh, wait, Stryker won? Oh, shit, okay, hold on. Never mind. I got confused. He meant... Stryker won 3-2? That sounds like it was a fucking crazy intense match. Would have been cool to get it on stream, but I know we'll be stuck here all night if we do that. Stryker fucking... Oh, his Bane? You got the Bane? That means you got the business. Let's go.
All right, Catwoman did have Darkseid into the corner. Now he's fighting back out. She's got the huge life lead this time, but Darkseid's putting in some work. Calls out the Parademon. Dude gets him with a wake-up YOLO. There's the knee. Knocks him out of it. Another knee. Little pokes. Oh, there's the Catwoman dash, though. And say goodbye to your first health bar, Mr. Darkseid. Catwoman went for the low whip. It has great range, but he teleported away from the sky. Just like that. Going for the jump. Didn't connect. Goes for the knee. Oh, catches him with a low Omega Beam. Calls out the Parademon. Gotta respect that. Gotta respect it. There's some more Omega. Oh, she went for the dash, but he knew it was coming and jumped out of the way. Playing footsie right now. Caught him with the Omega Beam from the air. So I'm trying to put in some work. Trying to get that first health bar. Boom! Just like that. We're trying back up. 1 bar apiece. Darkseid doing Darkseid things. Here comes Catwoman. Clawing his eyes out. Big chunk of damage. She wants to keep him in the corner. See what she can get any more. Opens up. There you go. Into the throw. Nice respectful damage. Oh, he goes with the armored, though. Here's the clash.
All right, talk your shit. Space behind here in the life. Now, we saw earlier Space has a Aquaman as well, and I think Aquaman would maybe do nicely against this because of the trait, just the way it would deal with the cat dash. So we could see a switch. We also saw Shiro saying in the chat, this is a bad matchup, so we'll see if we see a switch. Tries to get out, does successfully flip out, but Cutlass was just ready for that too, it seems, and is able to close out game number 3. So Catwoman now has the advantage here and the lead 2-1.
Let's see if Space Lesbian decides to stick it out with the Dark Lord, or maybe he will go with that Aquaman. Let's see where he goes with this.
Catwoman.
Oh, nope. He's saying, I'm staying with the Omega Beam chucking, egotistical, dark god of the Netherverse. Here we go. Did you watch any of the what ifs from the
I have not. I
series?
was gonna wait to like binge them all. I think because I don't like the trickle method of TV anymore. You know, I'm over that shit. So, and that's how Disney Plus has been doing a lot of stuff. So I've been kind of like holding off on a majority of those shows until like a whole good batch is out for me to watch. So, like Loki.
It's all out now. Oh, Loki! You gotta watch Loki. It's really
yeah.
good.
Well, I just mean like even like there's gonna be more Disney shows, so I'm waiting for like there to be like 4 or 5 of them all on there.
Gotcha.
They're gonna release some other like Fantastic Four episodic. You know what I mean? And it's like, all right, I will catch you guys when you got your shit together, and I don't have to tune in next week. Like I'm done with that.
Well, I will tell you, one of the things that brought it up, and this is highly advertised, so it's no spoiler. One of the What If episodes deals with Marvel Zombies.
Oh, that sounds tight.
Yeah, it was a tight episode, but now they just announced they're going to make their own Marvel Zombie show.
Well, that's interesting because Marvel Zombies, it wasn't a What If story in the first place, right? Like, What If was its own set of comics.
That's right.
And then Zombies is its own set of comics, and they were like, well, we can shoehorn this into this. So it's cool that maybe they like did the one episode and they're like, you know what, actually, we should have done this as a whole thing. Like, trying to homogenize it. No, this is good enough to do a full thing.
I will say,
because it is really
not,
good. I've read Marvel Zombies. It's good.
It doesn't follow that.
Oh, well, it probably isn't going to follow that, but I think there's enough meat there. You know what I mean? There's enough meat on that theory that you could do a whole thing with it. So it's cool that they're deciding to.
Kind of what I got. The reason I brought it up is, you know, Darkseid made me think of it. He's always after the anti-life equation, right? Which in DC Zombies is what started their little version of the Marvel Zombies.
Isn't that like Blackest Night thing?
No, that's different. That's
jeez.
Black Lanterns.
They have more than one version of zombies because the Blackest Night characters look like zombies.
Yeah, they are. They're the dead.
That's a kill here. There we go. Space gonna go ahead and get a kill of his own. 2-2 tying it up. We got a game 5 here on the stream. This might be the first game 5 for the stream.
DC Comics came out with its own version of Marvel Zombies, right? And how it all kicked off was by the anti-life equation that Darkseid's always after, which is what made me think about all that.
Darkseid's a cool villain.
He's a very cool villain. I think he has the problem. Yeah, me too. I think he has the problem in the comics that he's too powerful. You know what I'm saying?
So you can't use him often enough because it's like, well, you'll smoke this whole list of heroes that are kind of just not at the right level to deal with Darkseid, so he doesn't get to show up enough.
If it's someone that even Superman supposedly can't take, right? I mean, yeah, is you either weaken him, which nobody wants to do, or you barely use him, which I think is the right call. I mean,
then he's saved for special moments. This seems to be a special moment, though, as he's unleashing tons of damage here. 481 going to be churned out by Space, and currently that health bar is looking good as new. Hasn't been touched yet. Still not going to be as he teleports in and finds a throw after.
I'm telling you right now, Space has got a good rhythm going on. When he's winning, he's keeping her at bay. He's controlling the pace of the fight. He's not letting her have her way. And just soon as she starts having her way, this happens, right? Tons of damage out of nowhere. When Space can keep things moving around, keep mobile, keep her guessing where those Omega Beams and Parademons are coming from, just like that, he can really outdo her.
Oh, the teabags from Space? Dude, Space just cannot stop the toxicity from oozing out on this one. Here's the stomp. He's got the life lead, though, so he can perhaps afford it, and a little bit of tilt can go a long way. Beautiful uppercut, though, from Cutlass.
Yeah, beautiful fight back. Going for that first health bar right here. He can get it without taking a lot more damage. He has a shot. Oh, but the big stomp!
Oh my god, Cutlass is just not able to get in now. Having to weather the
know.
storm. Full meter, though, so he can get a lot of it back via a clash if Space gives him the opportunity. At this point, though, I think Space is going to be going for single hits.
Yeah, he's going to try to keep her away. Go for those single hits and Mega Beams just like that. Or the Parademon. He's going to try to get in. He dropped 2 of them. Didn't have the right range on. Oh, nicely done, though. Look at that. There's the clash. Here's his opportunity to get some of that life back.
Well, no, this is Space clashing. This is Cutlass going to be able to spend the meter to do damage, but what Space is doing is he's resetting the situation, and now he's just going to shoot him with a laser.
Laser beam. Yeah.
I like the idea from Cutlass to try to roll in. That could have actually been really, really powerful if he caught him there, but unfortunately not going to be able to close that gap in time. The lasers will hunt him down, and Space gonna move on here into the next winner's round 3, I believe. So very nicely done. Solid match though. Game 5, first one of the night.
Yeah, solid matchup. You can see when each player was doing what they wanted to do in the fight, they got it over, right? Wasn't a lot of close stuff. So each one of them was trying to impose their will upon the fight, and when Space was able to do it, he got distance. He was able to play some zoning. He was able to keep her locked down. When Cutlass got in, it was a whole different story. So it was a really good back and forth there.
So now we're going to move on to our next match, which is going to be Izzy versus Go Optical. So this is definitely going to be a really, really exciting match to watch as well. Looking forward to this one.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like we got some
This should be a
scores
barn
reported
burner.
in losers bracket as well. Flames taking it 3-0.
You know, last time we saw Izzy tonight, he was playing around a lot with Mikey, but Mikey wasn't getting the job done, and he switched it off to Firestorm and ended up running the match. Let's see what he goes with this time. Because you know Izzy, he does, if he has one character in his pocket on a game, he's got 10, right?
Yeah, there's a bunch of them basically in that arsenal here, so we will see what he ends up bringing to the table. We've also got Cutlass Smith and Anime Ninja Blade. You guys are able to play if you'd like. And then we're going to get Go Optical versus Izzy, and Claymation will fight the loser of that. And the winner will move on to face Space Lesbians. Yeah, now it is you two. I'm using Flames. So I'm and it's you two right here. You can see on the stream. Now you guys fight. So we are currently just waiting on Izzy to join us. Dude, I got all the good stuff, Cleve. I got all the good stuff. All right, we'll get another one in for Izzy.
Let's see if Izzy's mom let him stay up long enough to play this next match.
We know we don't have to see if it's his dad.
All right, while we're waiting on the players, I hope everybody's been having a good time lately. I put up on my Twitter today a picture of my grandson while he was sick in bed.
Oh, that sounds scary.
He was feeling a little bit better, and he's got this problem. It's the same problem his dad had, right? They just legitimately don't know how to smile when someone's taking a picture.
Oh, geez.
So
I might have the same problem, too, so...
So it always ends up being
Careful what
these
you say.
big, goofy things. You know what I'm saying? Just all teeth. And I find it so adorable, you know, that I had to take a picture of him doing that. So...
Alright, Izzy, let me know if that one works. We got Go Optical here. Go Optical won Cleve's event, has had some really solid runs in the events that we've put on here as well, so this is going to be an exciting one. Of course, Izzy made it all the way to, I believe, 3rd place last night in the MK11 tournament that we were running. So Izzy has been on the tear in not just this game, but MK11 still. Just the talent that young player has is... It never ends. I've played Fortnite with him too, and it's just like he's building all over the place. I am dead. I get to watch him play for a lot of it because I'm dead. But very, very talented. The games are something he's a good at. It must be because he's Canadian. Because AJ and Justin, the twins that play Scorpion, that like tear everybody up, they are like so much better at COD than they are at MK. Even it's insane. They're like posting shots of them having like 85 kills in Warzone or whatever. It's crazy.
Begin.
Crazy. Alright, here we go. Game 1 between these two. Firestorm from the start, so no more Mikey. Oh no. I'm actually pretty good at throwing fire into just bringing all the chaos. If there's a team fight, I'm gonna throw fire and burn, mostly Cleve.
Alright, I'm back. I ended up shifting in my chair and accidentally hit the off button on my freaking computer.
Oh jeez.
Turn it off, you just killed Discord.
Hey, what's going on, Mike? Alright, Firestorm goes for the full Molten Trap. We do see, though, Optical opting to go for Black Adam here. So this is the first time we're seeing the Shazam Nemesis, but Izzy unfazed. He'll go ahead and take that first round.
This is an interesting concept, is both of them really do well at range, right?
Yeah, I think that the problem becomes for Firestorm is that at max distance, the Molten Trap is no longer going to be a threat, right? The Lightning Bolt is full screen, whereas at full screen, Firestorm's threats do kind of dissipate a little bit. So he is going to want to prevent it from getting that far. But right now, we're up close and personal as Go Optical just chunking out these plus strings. The throw finds its mark. Full trait available, though, for Izzy. So if he can find an opening here, he might be able to do some crazy stuff. And we've seen what Izzy does with the trait. Here we go.
Oh! Nice use of Clash right there.
I think the other big thing here with that Clash is that Izzy had just activated his trait. Now it's gone. That is one of the Firestorm struggles, is that it is not uncommon to essentially go through multiple matches and just not get to really use your trait. So he's not going to get a chance this time. Beautiful dive kick to close the gap. And this could be big if he keeps the pressure going. Izzy trying to find a block.
Oh, look at that. Sam indeed, but here comes Izzy right back.
There's no Clash available, so if he can get a full opening here... Nope, that's not it.
Oh, goes for the Amplified.
And the trait to close it out. Beautiful play from Optical. He basically took the plus frames from the interactable to guarantee his ability to get close enough for those orbs to finish the job. The awareness, the presence of mind there, knowing where he was at, where the health bars were at, really strong stuff.
What he had to do, very good job.
Yeah, that was his win condition, and he absolutely activated it.
Firestorm.
Here we go. Izzy not deterred, goes right back to Firestorm. Now Adam.
I gotta take some notes on this Firestorm. I haven't seen Izzy's Firestorm before.
Yeah, it's really
previously
solid.
It was Michelangelo you'd see more of. But I think today he's got his sweatband on, and he's like, "Nuh-uh, we're playing for reals. This is $175. I am trying to get my hand in that cookie jar.
I need my allowance. Let's go."
Yeah. School lunch ain't gonna pay for itself.
All right. Activates the trait, going right back in. A lot of chip damage right now.
Yeah, it seems like Go Optical definitely won that exchange. You know, the brunt of the damage being on Izzy's side. Here's a throw. Gonna be back into the corner with him as well as Go Optical continues this onslaught. Here's a full launch. Izzy gonna get dunked into the corner, and that will close out that first health bar cleanly for Go Optical here. Izzy's gonna need to turn it up. Hasn't even gotten that full first trait going, but here's the thing. Now he will likely be able to get his trait off. He's gonna use it to dig through the silver health bar, but I think the next touch that goes for a full launch, we are absolutely gonna be seeing some of that blue trait here from Firestorm. And here it goes. Now, what's the setup? What do? You get opened up is what you do. Yeah, beautiful flip out.
Yeah, beautiful.
I really think that's what you have to do, because when you get hit by Firestorm, those combos lead back into more nonsense, right? Like, he's going to put you back on your feet in the blue fire again, so flipping out of them is probably the right approach, just to make sure that that doesn't get too out of control. And that's exactly what happened. Izzy basically got that one opening, and then it kind of ended. The trait didn't allow him to delete that whole health bar like he really could have.
He's poking right back, trying to go at him, trying to get that first life bar off. Does some of his Flame Novas, catches him there with a little poke. He finally gets that one off. There you go. Now, Izzy definitely can make a comeback here, even though he's down on life. But, oh, the dive kicks!
Dive kick is
Into the
so wild. He's dead? Not quite.
He's dead?
But the chip, he's got the trait available. I don't know how Izzy's going to avoid the trait here. Oh, he got him off the trait, actually, by hitting him?
Yeah, by locking him down.
And he's healing as well. You see that blue fire heals him, so now he's not really as susceptible to chip. He still isn't going to be able to save himself via a clash, because he won't be able to take the damage, but the lightning bolt catches him. You know, Firestorm is floating. I am for the universe where Firestorm floats above those lightning bolts. Mikey does it on his skateboard. When you're on Mikey's skateboard, he just drives over the ground lightning.
Yeah. So what do you think about the? Have you seen the trailer for The Rock's Adam?
I think you'd make a good Black Adam, but I mean, as you
Black Adam.
can tell by my background with Dwayne over here looking over my shoulder,
Yeah.
I am all about some Dwayne The Rock Johnson. That dude I think he's great. So
Did-
whatever he stars in.
did you
Did
see
you
the-
see that movie where he fought a skyscraper? He got into a fight with a
Oh,
building?
yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
you could put that guy
And
in any
one.
dumb idea and they'll watch it. There might be a sequel. There might be a part 2, fighting 2 buildings at once.
Did you see the trailer for Black Adam?
Or maybe
with
he'll
The
fight a
Rock, though?
bridge. That'd be kind of crazy. Bridges are scarier than buildings, right?
Yeah. Did you see the trailer?
No, I didn't see the trailer. I don't remember. I feel like I've seen little bits and pieces. I've seen him dressed up as Black Adam, but I don't know if
Yeah.
it's a Photoshop or not. Like, I don't remember if it's a Photoshop or not.
There's a full-blown trailer of it
Oh, is
out.
there? Okay, cool. I'll have to take a peek at that.
That they dropped on DC Universe Day or whatever it was. I
Okay,
mean, it's
DC
not
Dome
huge,
Day?
but it's
Fandom,
it looks
that's what they
good.
call it. The Fandom.
yeah, the fandom. Yeah.
All right, I'll
But
take
it
a
looks
peek.
good. Yeah. I think he's going to be a great Black Adam. I think it's going to be awesome.
I haven't fully done the math. It's probably going to be top 4 though, Gotham. I like to spread the prize pools around. Personally, I'm just a bigger fan of having the money sink as deep as I can, because the more winners, the better,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, it is cool also when you can send 2 people home with $1,000 or whatever, but you can send 8 people home with $200 each. It's like, all right, let's try that.
All right. Got him with the lightning cloud. Oh, just when you think Izzy's going to take the first bar, Go Optical turns it around and gets him, cuts his toes with some sparkage.
Yeah, PlayStation's dead. Wouldn't that be a wild universe? There are. No, I'm not running PlayStation tournaments, but there are many a PlayStation tournament. I think Coliseum is looking at Injustice stuff again for this upcoming season. You've got Injustice Television doing stuff all the time. The PlayStation lads are well stacked. I guess if you're from the other side of the pond, things get a little dicey. But what I'm really worried about is Stadia players. All right, how are we gonna cater to Stadia players? What about
That's a very
them?
good question.
They're people too.
Yeah.
They paid $60 for the game. I hope not. But when it comes to MK11, they probably did.
Yeah. All right, nice straight into the little lightning jazz hands. Go Optical takes another one.
Adam wins.
Very well done. Go Optical. That's going to be 3-0 here over Izzy. The Black Adam just too strong. So
Too
we will
strong.
move along in our bracket. Now into the winner side. Top 4. I'm honestly shocked that Izzy was not able to get a game. That being said, those were very close games. The score on that one is a
Yeah.
little deceptive. You know, Izzy, very strong player, but if you can really just hunker down and keep that little last bit of life left, it can really, really, sway things. And Go Optical was, he didn't crack under pressure when Izzy was applying it and was able to come out on top of that one. So Izzy is going to fall into the loser's bracket. He will face off against Clay, Mation. We've also got Cutlass and Anime. Hopefully their match has gone ahead and gotten started. And that is in the loser's bracket. Speaking of the bracket, let's go ahead and pull that up so you can take another peek at it real quick. So like I was saying, Izzy and Clay, you guys can go ahead and get started now if you'd like. And Cutlass and Anime, if you guys would like to get started. If you haven't, that would be great. And then we're going to go ahead to Shiro and Striker, and then Space vs Go Optical will follow that up. Yeah, his trait leaves him plus on like a bunch of weird stuff. I don't know what the exact frame data, but for the most part, yes. After he activates trait, he gets to take his turn again. Very frequently. There's maybe some instances where you can interrupt him, but it happens so quickly that it's like it's a bold attempt to do that in the first place. All right, so we want Shiro and Striker.
Hero and Striker. Well, this is going to be a really good one, I think. Really interested to see who Striker's going to go with. He's got several characters, as he's shown already tonight. When he won a match with his Bane, and on stream, he won another one with Black Adam. Every time I look down at my point total, I realize how much of it I gambled away last season.
Are
I
you
might
building
have
your
a
points
problem.
back? Should we bring back the gambling here for this?
Oh yeah,
for
if you're
these
going to
two
task
sets?
me, yeah.
The only problem is I will probably forget.
Well, I don't know if you need to do it not tonight, but you know.
All right, I think they're here.
All right, we're going to decide characters. Dr. Fate has been chosen already. And look, it's the Hellboy for Stryker.
Let's go.
Talking about mobility, this character's got it like no one else, I feel.
Fighters approaching Arkham Asylum.
I am so pleased they put him in the game.
Begin.
Here we go already. Big Fist versus the Law. The Lord of the Law.
I mean, he's got that gun, so it's going to be able to actually kind of challenge some of the zoning. You know, Dr. Fate's zoning, as powerful as it is, none of it has any low profiling activates. He stands up big, tall, and proud when he's doing all of it. So that gun, you know, how high it is off the ground is not really going to be a problem. Because there are some characters that kind of would lean underneath it or whatever, but not Dr. Fate. And look at this damage that Stryker is chunking out here. Not done yet. He's going to go for the knockdown. Where's the leap going? That was huge. It was into a setup too, but beautiful wake up there from Shiro to just try to get away from it.
Nice placement of his spear to knock Stryker back. Goes to interactable. Oh, goes for the jump. Gets close in. Dodges the dash. Goes for some punishment. Not really getting much. Oh, caught him that time though. Big punches into the ground. We're not done yet. Oh, he caught him on the wake up. And just same way, wake up again. Hellboy takes it barely off the first, gets him off that first bar. He's got a little left. Dash doesn't connect, but the giant Ankh does.
Wait, are you guys serious? The ping is at 250? That is a little different from normal standards of allowable.
What, this game is 250?
Yeah, can you check to see what the ping says on your game? What their ping says? Are either of them quite high? Look at that.
I got 183 from Shiro.
Oh, jeez. All right,
I've got 100 from Stryker and 50 from you is what I'm showing. I can't see my own.
I think that might end up being a problem here. You know, and you see, I would have been fine with it like when we got started and the prize pool was $25. I wasn't going to be too worried about it, but the prize pool has jumped up significantly now since then. Got him with the low. I mean, Stryker's fighting his way through it, but
He was at 167, but he's jumped back up to 183.
yeah, it's because he's from across the pond. And like I was saying, it was fine when it was $25. I was willing to be like whatever, but if it's like what is Stryker? Is it over 200?
It's at 159 right now, but it's bouncing. Now it's 182, 184.
Fighters approaching Gotham
Yeah,
City.
and that's here at the menu. Like I'm assuming that for Stryker it's over 200. Usually the rules that we run in the Nightmare series have been if it's over 200, then it's just a little bit too far. I understand that he's on a wire, but and like I was saying earlier at the start of the tournament when we were playing for $25, I didn't really mind. It wasn't but now this is a lot of money that we're playing for, and I would personally be genuinely upset if I lost access to like $70 because of the internet, because of the like somebody's a laggier connection. Even if it is on a wire, it's going to be rolling back a lot, and there are things that end up being problematic from that. Trying to block certain things, it still is taking a little bit long. So on rollback, it does. You know, like what it'll do is it'll like roll forward to the attack that he did, so you'll just lose some of the startup frames, and those are the things you use to react. Is every single one of those frames of like a 15 frame overhead. If you lose those and it starts turning into a 12 frame overhead, that's sketch.
Yeah, it's just I've been sitting here watching it the whole match. It's jumping between 167 to 184. It'll come down, then go back up, come down, go back up.
Yeah, I had heard something about like time zones and whatnot. I know he stayed up for this too, which is, I mean, so far Stryker's fighting his way through it, but I think the other part is like this is I don't know. I don't want to seem biased because I like Striker. And then, but I also don't want to be like, you know, because Goat had to deal with this too, right? Everybody else has had to deal with him. The only one that maybe doesn't matter is the first match because it was still at the $25 mark because they played off stream. So I think we've all been dealing with it, and it's not like the ping is somehow better for him on his side. You know what I mean? Like he's having to fight all of us from Germany, and maybe he's more used to that because he's from that side, so he gets to practice in those situations a little bit more frequently. But you can push block that. Yeah, see right there, it just chugged. It just chugged and cost him that conversion.
Yeah.
Big damage.
Okay.
He's got the armor. He's not going to be able to get hit by much now. You can't touch me. And see, there he dropped it again. That was the kill. Like, Striker just won the game and then didn't win the game. And then he's going to tie the game up here.
Just try it, dumbass.
But the same thing is happening to Shiro. Push block. He just needs any kind of touch, and he's got it. He waited for the teleport. Expert patience here from Striker. He's able to find the timing to get in there. You know, I would think I think we're gonna let it run. Striker's up 2-0. Hopefully it doesn't bite him, but I'm thinking about it. Everybody else has had to deal with it. So we let it go from the start. In the future, if we're putting up any money, I think we may have to like put some rules around it or whatever, or at least let people know in advance. Because I feel bad for pulling the plug on Shiro. So like if I say, hey, before this, like any tournament that goes over $100, we start to tighten the grip on the rules. So like Wi-Fi and wired internet, or being from NA, I think start to become a lot more prominent, because when we're just kind of playing for fun and there's like, you know, 25 bucks going to one person at the top, it's a little bit different from like, hey man, I could have won food for tomorrow but just by making fourth. So I think that that'll probably be what we do moving forward. If the prize pool threshold is ever over $100, we'll have to start to implement and the rule still is the 200 MS rule. Like, I'm not going to say that nobody can ever play from not in NA, because, like, I mean, the example I constantly go to is Method. Method is from the UK, and his internet was always great. I don't know if he was, like, from the UK, but he lived on some island in the middle of the Atlantic or whatever, but, like, his connection was always really, really good to everybody. So I think that there are people that are able to make it across the pond, depending on where you live and what your internet is or whatever, and who your opponents are too. So we're going to still maintain that, like, if it is staying at 200 is where we kind of draw the line.
Well, I haven't seen it hit 200 yet.
Well, that's for you though. Yeah, exactly. Striker
Yeah.
says that it's higher for him, because I think you're East Coast, right?
Yeah, I'm East Coast.
Okay, yeah, because so Striker I think is Midwest. So if
I'm Georgia, but yours is, I mean,
yeah,
yours is 50.
Mine is 150 to him on my end. So
I'll say on my end it's only 50.
yeah, exactly. See, Cleve says he'd connect better with Method than West Coast people, and yeah, it's like Method just had some weird, crazy internet. I don't know what it was, but it was some of the best internet that you could probably get. Alright, so Izzy wins 3-0. Are you glad you ducked it, Silver? You avoided that 3-0? You should thank Clay for taking that for you. Shout out to Claymation.
All right, just
and there
like
we go.
that.
Striker takes it 3-0. So despite the internet, Striker's able to make it through. Striker makes it. So yeah, so 180 and 250.
Yeah.
In the future, that'll be what we do moving forward. We had no rules. We're doing this fast and loose. Shiro is a good player, so I don't want to feel like I'm robbing him. But if it goes over $100, then we'll introduce the ping rule, because I like Shiro. Shiro's been helpful and helps push for the MK community. So. And for this tournament, we're just going to let it go. We're just going to let it go. Shiro didn't know beforehand, so we're just going to let it rock. And that will be the rule moving forward. I am definitely not a fan of making up rules on the go and then enforcing them without people knowing about them beforehand. So we'll enforce them next time, but for this one, we're just going to let it rock. Nicely done, Striker, taking it 3-0. Let's go back over to the bracket, and we'll go ahead and get this next matchup, which is going to be Space and Go Optical. So we'll go ahead and get those invites out. Also, we got a prediction winner here. Somebody was gambling big on Shiro and lost their points, it would appear.
Who's the next one?
Space Lesbians and Go Optical.
Oh wow, that's gonna be a good one.
No, I don't want to exit the fight. Silly thing.
All right, we got Go Optical in the building. You get some Space Lesbians in here, and we have a party.
We got the bets up as well if you guys want to bet some of your channel points. I want to find a way to keep track of people's channel points at the start of a stream and the end of a stream, and then like reward whoever makes the most from the betting.
Best.
Yeah, it's like whoever can like alchemy their points into the more points. But then Zombie might win every time because he has millions of points and he can just bet big dumb numbers. So we'll have to find a way to like find like a ratio maybe, like who had the biggest percentage increase, right?
Right.
So looks like
Yeah, I was
Space
sitting
here as
on.
well.
I wasn't at zombie numbers, but I was right around 80K. And I'm sitting at like 27 now.
Oh geez, the roulette
So I
wheel
would
got
never
ya.
have won that.
Well, conveniently, these points are almost worthless. We're not going to be able to use them to buy a home or pay your mortgage, so feel free to spend away and place your bets on who you think is taking this one. This is going to be an intense match. Both of these characters threats at long and close range, and I think the Space maybe not as threatening close range, but he can very quickly get in and out of those distances too, which I think is important. Also, Base Cobra, thank you for the follow. And YOLO Stars and all the people that followed earlier that I missed. I really appreciate you guys coming through and showing support for this kind of impromptu comeback tournament, and we're going to be doing more of this. Xbox community needs some love. Look at the scores here too. I think it's interesting that the lobby's keeping track of the scores despite the players changing. So it's 20-13. Looks like player 2 side has been stronger here tonight. Shout out to player 2 players. I'm a player 2 player, so let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Man, so far, the control that Darkside's throwing up is just baffling.
Very nicely done. Space Lesbian secures that first round. Go Optical unable to keep it together. He's got a lot of life to get through, but I mean, we saw him versus Izzy, and the momentum that these characters can control is huge. So this is going to be a big combo. He's going to be setting him up for some more deadly strikes, and this is going to be even furthering that damage. Look at him go.
Yeah, Black
Caught him
Adam.
again? He just deleted that whole
God.
health bar. He got the whole fucking health bar.
Whole thing, 2 touches.
Woo! Very nicely done here. Optical quickly back in this fight. Health bar's fairly even. Space had control before, loses it a bit, but now the overhead comes through. Ground pound is a little bit too far for a punish.
Oh, goes for the armored hit, doesn't connect.
Look at all that meter that Go Optical is
Oh.
sitting on here as well. He's going to be able to chunk out damage, and Space cannot afford to clash.
Look at him right now.
Dude, you see him dropping these combos like on purpose? Like he's
Yeah.
hitting the back 2 and then opting purposely to let it be done there and then go for his cross-up setups. Really, really awesome pressure. And the way that he's doing that, because of how Space Lesbian's wake-up attacks work, he doesn't know which way he's going to go or either, and he's not going to hit him out of the sky. You know what I mean? Like it's a knee that lunges forward, not up. It's not like a Black Adam wake-up attack, for example, which would actually be a little better here.
That was so nice. He predicted the knee, backed up so it wouldn't hit, charged back in, popped off his combo, and then instantly popped his trade.
Black Adam wins.
Nicely done.
So that is going to be Go Optical claiming that first game. Space had a really solid first round, but Go Optical was quickly able to turn the tides on him. So we'll see if Space Lesbians can make the adjustments here to maintain that control, or if in fact Go Optical's already made the adjustments and Space isn't going to be able to get that level of control again. We'll see what happens as we move now into game number 2.
Black Adam.
Game number 2. Yeah, that first round, man. Space Lesbians had me believing that Darkseid was going to walk away, but just a few touches later, and Black Adam's got him kneeling before him. Now we're going down under the sea. We're going to see Ariel down here as we do some fighting. But, you know, why he was in control, let me state that really strong. Optical was very impressive, but the moment Black Adam was able to kind of make it his match, he really ran away with it quickly. He goes knee after knee after knee, goes for the grab, doesn't connect, pops his trait, it hits the air, and it's gone. But just like that, Black Adam got a little bit. Nice guard. Caught him with the lightning jazz hands. There's Darkseid, there's the teleport with the Omega Beam. Calls out the Parademon. There he goes. Hits him.
Oh, too
Goes to
far
stop.
away. Space
Traits
has been
up.
able to get a little more control here on this one, though. Boots from above. Woolander, you want to make it 200? You can if you want to. We can do that. Absolutely. Even 200. I think that we can definitely justify top 4 on 200 as well. It's kind of on the fence about it, but there we go. Absolutely. Man, Woolander, the generosity non-stop. Fuck yeah.
All right,
The
got him
Injustice
out
love,
there.
though. This game is so worthy of it, man. Like,
Yeah.
these sets have been crazy. Izzy's Firestorm is intense.
All right, just like the
Easiest way
first
is
game.
probably this way. If you just want to do it that
Space-
way.
Space Laserman's got the
Then it'll pop up
momentarily
on the
lead.
screen.
There he goes, trying to catch him. Nice blocking, though, by Go Optical. Pops a trait. Throws
him
down
out.
some lightning. Caught him. There we go. Watch your footsies or take cat chip.
Very nicely done. You know, he just had the calculated damage there. The trait plus the chip. Gonna be perfectly enough, but Space answers back here. Now he's got him cornered. What's the side switch? Good defense there. Blocks the overhead cross up and the low.
I tell you, the defense coming out by Go Optical is really impressive here. Here comes the clash.
For conduct, I will prevail.
All right. Bam, there we go. Woolander dropping another 25 in the bucket. $200, you guys. I gotta update the stream. $200 prize pool.
Man, that's very generous of you,
crazy.
Woolander.
You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Nightmare Series is coming back big time. Let's go. It's been so much fun running these events again too, and like just seeing how talented these players are. And like these players are players that we would not see in MK11. Space and Go Optical, they're not really MK11 heads. I've
did he
seen
catch
Space
him?
play it, but he got him.
He got him!
We've seen Space play it, but it's not Space's preferred game, I don't think. And I don't think I've seen Go Optical even play MK11. And like I'm none from that either. So we're getting to see a really interesting subset of different characters, and that is so cool that we're able to highlight, you know, multiple like tiers of characters, and like in these like, okay, well, it's not just like we're all NRS players, but even there we have like our different sects, and there are these players that are really good at Injustice, and we're going to be able to highlight them, and then we're going to go to MKX and we're going to be able to highlight the players that have been hanging out in there and necroing it up, and I think that's really, really fun. And then you've of course got monsters like Stryker, who is currently in winners finals right now, and he is playing all of them, right? So
Yeah.
I think it's really cool to get that like blend of those together to highlight not only the talent that's kind of exclusive, but we also have got players like Izzy and Stryker that can transcend all of it and do really well. But who will win, the Necros or the well-rounded players?
We'll have to wait and see. Right now, Darkseid starting it off again. Nice stomp into the Omega Beam. Starting off just every match like he has been. He's starting off so strong. Last 2 matches, he's gotten the first health bar off first. But every time, this Black Adam with his damage comes
Broke
back.
the armor! I
Broke
thought he
the
was going to get
armor!
hit. I really thought Space had the right read on that and was going to catch him, but the armor gets snapped open there by Go Optical. Here's the Parademon pressure. The defense here that Go Optical is displaying is insane. I would have been opened up so many damn times by these setups here.
Yep.
Space does find the opening here, though. 432 for the trouble. Lasers away, and he'll get the first health bar.
Just like that. But as we pointed out, this exact scenario has happened 2 times in a row without a win so far by Go Optical. So he's trying to make a statement here that he's still in it. He's going after Black Adam, knocking him around. Nice defense by Go Optical. That's going to be your health bar, sir. Oh, no, he got it, but the chip was too much and ended up knocking it away anyway.
The other thing, too, here, Go Optical has not been relying on his meter. He's got a full stick of butter there to work with. That means that he's not going to be able to be really clashed on, and he's also going to have access to heavy, heavy damage in the form of Unbreakable if he needs that as well. So it's going to be very deadly as he starts to go through that meter. And Space, on the other hand, he's been dumping out those resources.
Yeah.
Here's the cross-up setup. Or actually, that was on the same side. That was actually a little maybe more obvious. I did block that one right.
Just like before, man, look at Go Optical putting on a clinic of damage. That health bar, he was so in the lead, and now look at it. Look at it now.
Oh, good defense
He caught him right there.
I cannot
There's no
believe
big
he
thing.
blocked that.
Is
He's
it
gonna
be a
kill him? No
Yeah,
fucking
that's
way.
it.
That
Same
was-
thing 3 times in a row, man.
That defense is insane.
Insane. Good job. Both players really showing what they can do there. But Go Optical's defense really turned the tide. And
All right,
his
you watch
patience-
Go Optical next time. Make sure he doesn't pick his AI, because that defense was so crazy, dude. GG's, that was awesome. I'm just kidding. But
That was awesome.
That was tight. Like he was blocking non-stop stomps. Like to the point, Space would have destroyed me. By
Oh
that
yeah,
point.
he would have destroyed me. I mean, I wouldn't have known where to go or where he was going. But man, Go Optical sure did.
All right. So Izzy, you won 3-1 against who? Against Cutlass? Is that the match you're talking about? Okay. All right. So you guys in the losers bracket, stop playing your matches as well. We're gonna start running those matches on stream from now on. So Ima and did you win? Ima, you beat Flames. What was the score on that one? I'll put that in, and then we'll have that on stream though.
Oh, I agree with you, Dream.
Yeah.
Shark or We Riot.
Yeah, absolutely. I know where they live, where their offices are. You can look it up on Google Maps.
Yeah, and Cleve, I love Beast Boy. That would be amazing. Plastic Man would be fun too.
All right, so we have our top 6 here. Shiro can't play, actually. He said he had to DQ, so Shiro is going to be bowing out. So Izzy is going to automatically move on. So we're actually going to give Striker and Go Optical a little chance to rest. They are in winners finals right now. And we're going to go ahead and hop over to the losers bracket. We've got a couple matches to run there. What I think we're going to do is, because Shiro's not here, is we're just going to do Space versus Ima, and then we're going to do Izzy versus the winner of that back-to-back. And then we'll close out the tournament with the winners finals, losers finals, grand finals. So that is going to be, excuse me, the roadmap that we're looking to take. So we'll get some invites out to Space and Ima, who it is unfortunate because Space just played, so Space is having to run the gauntlet. But unfortunately, with Shiro bowing out, we don't really have any other matches to run. So we're going to go ahead and get Space back in here, and we're going to get Ima in here as well, and get that match underway.
Awesome. We are almost down to our top couple of competitors. What a tournament tonight so far. This has been really fun action.
I like Black Adam Optical. I'm a big Black Adam fan. Black Adam's the other character that I play. So, no Black Adam shaming here, from me, at least. You are welcome.
I haven't seen any Red Lantern tonight. Is he just not good anymore?
Atrocitus is pretty good. Frapcake has got a really good Atrocitus, honestly, but he didn't sign up for this today. So
when I was playing the game, that's who I mained, was Atrocitus.
Okay, yeah, Atrocitus is a lot of fun. I'm more of a Firestorm player, so it's been really fun to watch Izzy bust out his Firestorm, because I've definitely got some things to jot down that I like that he was doing, particularly his setup. We had Sub-Slide Spammer playing Green Lantern, but I don't think that he was playing, like, he was a Sub-Zero player, but Space Lesbians counterpicked him with Aquaman, and that's like a really shitty matchup. So there was a Green Lantern, but I wouldn't say that they claimed to be a Green Lantern player.
Well, I'm not gonna.
I'm surprised at how much Catwoman we've had. Right? We've had too much Catwoman. Multiple Catwomans. And of course, there's a lot of Grodd players on the Xbox side, which is a strange occurrence, but here we are.
I love watching Grodd players. I like playing Grodd. I'm just not good with them.
Yeah, if your hands aren't Stampede canceling, you're basically playing a different character, a very low tier character compared to what the true potential is. In my hands, I can't Stampede cancel consistently, so I don't play him. We could do some 2v2 stuff too. That could be fun. I think if we were to do a 2v2 tournament, though, I kind of like the idea of people being allowed to ban one character. So you can't ban both of your opponent's players, but then it's like you run into issues if one team is lopsided, right? Like it's that the ban list works a little bit better when it's like players that are more equal in skill, so that you don't like lean too heavily on the other side. But I mean, if you just let them have the whole roster, I think it'd be really cool. I wish there was a way, honestly, dude, what I would like to do is I wish that I could find a way to have customs in Injustice work. Like, to allow a handful of the custom moves, but still have, like, all the gear, fuck that. The gear is too RNG for it to be even remotely usable, ever. But if you were able to because some of those abilities are actually quite interesting and change up things. Some of them are broken as fuck and do not work at all. Yeah, exactly. If everybody just wore their default gear that has no stats on it, you could allow it, but I know some people are divas and they want to dress up. I want to dress up my character when I play, so I could see some people not really being thrilled at that idea, but that would be one way to circumvent, is just guarantee everybody has no stats gear, and then they have their whatever abilities. But we'd also have to like figure out what abilities are banned or like allowed or not, because some of the abilities are real wild. All right, Ima needs another invite. Again, join me. Yeah, I think it would be really fun. Like, I mean, every now and then when I'm feeling frisky, I'll play customs and like I'll mess around with some of the custom stuff in there, and like it's definitely not as good as the competitive, but it is like a different variety to it, right? And it's something that is another interesting take on the game, and I think that would be, if there was a way to really fully realize a mode around that, we'd have to get, I think it would ultimately mean like the community would have to be really on board with like, yeah man, we'll make sure we're all equipping our right gear and playing the rules, because the game isn't going to do that for us. So people like trying to sneak in banned abilities or whatever, you know. So I don't know. I'll be honest though, that move is not that good. The Superman unblockable move, you can still just backdash it, which is what I do every time I've ran into somebody doing it. And then they just wasted 4 bars. But there are some shit that's real dumb, like that infinite armor Hellboy stuff. Nope. nope.
Yeah. All right, I think this is a bad matchup for Grodd. I'm kind of surprised that he pulled Grodd out.
Yeah, these lasers are going to do a solid job of locking him down. He's got other zoning characters, though. We've seen his Dr. Fate, for example, but I guess the teleporting from Darkseid means that, you know, dedicated zoners may struggle with this matchup as well. I don't play either of these characters, so I don't really know the full ins and outs of it, but Flip Out stops the damage. He'll get his own damage started here as well. Full combo.
Nice little combo there. Goes for the big D. Doesn't hit, but slaps him up to the side of the face. Calls out his Parademon, and then zaps him with the Omega Beams. Just like that. That gorilla's fried. Tries to use interactable.
Well, we've seen earlier, you know, nothing against Space, but we've seen a life lead from Space dissipate quickly just because of the momentum here. So Space cannot let his guard down. He's got to keep it together. Here we already see that health bar's gone.
Just like that. Yeah.
One misread on the follow-up from Grodd, and that's basically half your health bar gone. So we'll see how Space recovers.
Injustice, unlike, I feel, MK11, right? Much greater comeback potential in this game.
Yeah, this game has got some crazy comeback factors to it, because there's not as many defensive options as well to kind of throw off your comeback, which is, MK11 is very, very defense focused. Breakaway is one of the most defense like good options from the defensive perspective, because you can get out of a combo and start your own combo if you time it right, or maybe if they time it wrong, like they do the dumb combo. But whatever, the fact that you have that ability is huge. And yeah, this tournament's been running real smooth so far, Reese. We've been having a good time.
Yeah, this is a great time. Grodd goes through, gets his thing, attacker success, take more damage, but immediately the Omega Beams start flying again. There's that teleport. Goes for it. Oh, I thought he had him there for just a second.
Tries to stampede it. Ima was ready. Parademon is there as well, but the armor will come through. Beating on the chest. One more hit might do it here. Tries to teleport out, but Ima hunts him down. So that is going to be Ima taking that first game. And we were talking about it. Space had a really solid life lead early on, but it seems like Darkseid in some instances just, it might be because he's got a bigger hitbox. He also, despite having more health, has less defense than a lot of characters, so he does take a lot of damage. And it just seems like, you know, once players are able to get in, they're able to kind of crack him open a little bit quicker. So we'll see what Space's approach is, or response is to this, as we now move into game 2. I mean, ultimately, even if he hasn't been able to close out these games, he has been getting really close. And when the only thing you have left in the kit that you need to finish is closing out a game, A, that can be tough, yes, but B, it is still the kind of thing where it's not as heavy of an adjustment of, oh, I don't even know how to get my offense started. You know what I mean? Like, he's not having big struggles. This is a struggle, yes, but it is not an insurmountable foe that he's encountered right now, and we know Space has got quick adaptation in his arsenal too, so we'll see what happens as we move into game 2 here. Immediately getting opened up early on, though, so Space's early run at the life lead is not happening this time around, as Ima just keeps going in. The reset connects as well. This monkey is going to town. Flawless victory, perhaps, as well here. Oh, man, the curse doesn't even work. Is he a ghost type? Why is he immune?
I think he's a normal type.
Yeah, it's a normal type. I got it wrong. Fighting type or normal type? He's no. I would think Gorilla Grodd is probably a fighting type, right? If he was a Pokemon,
you would think so.
He'd be like fighting. He'd be like fighting psychic.
Yeah.
Which would make him immune to curse. unfortunately. Ghost moves no effect in these parts.
All right, goes right in.
Ooh, beautiful. The second hit of the wake up catches him.
Space lesbians trying to fight back, get him off that first
Yo,
bar.
that
Nice
stomp
slam!
caught him? He was trying to stampede out. Can't believe the stomp caught him. Just spilling all that beer.
Here's that parademon.
Get the monkey drunk.
Teleports, goes for it, gets caught! Telekinetic slam time!
Oh, the
he
teabags
beat
cost him
back!
his combo.
Oh, man.
Yo, he just lost not only his combo, but his life bar for those teabags. And
a
this is the thing.
teabag.
I don't think that Ima is a toxic player, but Space has been toxic all night. So what he's done is he's tilted his opponent enough to make them want to teabag him back, which has got
Yep.
them losing their life bars. It's an expert strategy. It's only for the brave, because you have to be able to like focus and not yourself get tilted. But it is interesting that Space is willing to truly play that other layer outside of the game and try to fuck with you on that level, and it somewhat worked. Ima dropped a combo there. That could have been devastating.
All right, that's Space Lesbian. I'm up 2-0 now. Really took it to town with that gorilla that time. Let's see, are we sticking with Dark Side? Is that what we're doing?
Dark side.
Yes, he
Seems
is.
like it. What if he thinks that it's a giant cat and he's like, I got this laser pointer, and eventually this monkey is going to chase it around. And he's like, no, this monkey thinks way too much. He knows what you're doing. Oh, parademons. Mean mugging for a little extra time there. I don't know what that was about.
Here we go, goes for the knee, but Monkey jumped over it, pops his trait, but gets slammed on.
All right, parademon's out now.
Teledemon.
See if he can keep the pressure going. Finds the hit, but doesn't get the follow-up. Unfortunate draw there for Space Lesbians. And now the monkey armor is going to prevent those lasers from cracking through. Looks like
Here
it
he
wears
goes,
off
caught
here,
him
though.
again. Here comes
zoning.
I got to duck those little. Watch where they're coming from. Oh, goes to the jump in, but Dark Side wasn't there.
Ima closes the gap right back, though. I mean, look at that. He's leaping left and right all over the screen, and eventually he's finding these hits. And the thing is when Space hits you, it's typically like a laser hits you and knocks you down. But when Ima's hitting you, it's a combo into guess again, bitch. And it's real rough here for Space.
And we're
Floats
talking
over the
about almost
stampede.
half your life bar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Space is able to get some big damage on his hits too when he gets those teleports in, but it seems like it's got to be a specific type of hit for Space, whereas Ima has seemingly been able to convert it off of almost every hit. You know, he's poking into his the psychic thing from the monkey, and a lot of those leaps also, the way that they just generally work, mean that he can do whatever he wants after he's hit you from the sky, and that means combos included.
That means if he gets in, he has a lot more options to hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
Dark Side does. Yeah.
Darkseid's got to go for a particular route if he wants to start the damage up.
Oh, got caught there. Here we go.
There it is again. The reset as well with the cross up.
Already above 400 damage. Oh, caught him again.
Ooh, secret ground pound at the end. The laser's gonna just ping off the armor, but unthrowable via his forward 3. Interesting. It's so interesting too which moves end up having that like strange bonus property of like, nah, my character can't be thrown here during this, and this might be the kill for our Space.
Space Lesbian gets on the board. He says Dark Side's not going out like that to a monkey.
Very nicely done. The throw immunity and then finishes him off with a throw of his own.
Yeah, that was very nice. Nicely played. By both players in that. Let's see if he thinks he can do the comeback. Still sticking with Gorilla Grodd as Ima. I don't see why he would change. He's already popped up 2 of them. One of them a comeback win.
Approaching Metropolis.
So we know he's got it in him to take this Dark Side out, and this Dark Side has finally realized that he can finish off a match.
Let's
It's gonna be a
go.
whole new gameplay here.
Looks like he's gonna be.
Oftentimes you
sticking
get in
with
your own
Grodd.
head too when that starts happening. You know what I'm saying? That really the reason why you're not finishing it off is your own mental block inside of there.
Yeah, you
At
definitely have
least
to
that's
make
what
sure you've
happens
got
to me.
the ability to kind of put up those barriers and not let yourself get in your own head, because mental
That's right.
fortitude is a big part of being able to really be successful in a tournament. Just because you can do it in training mode, or even when you're, hanging out and nobody's watching when you're just playing ranked matches, it is very different when there's money on the line, when there's an audience, when there's a stream, and when you're in this kind of tournament competitive environment.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
space, trying to keep it together, has a little bit of health left, but the Stampede will eventually find its mark, and now I'm sitting on a very healthy life lead here, and set point available to this Grodd play.
That was a really nice dash up while he was calling out the Parademon.
This is a very early clash as well here. Likely not going to spend any meter, but now he doesn't have access to that kind of reset tool again. And with that Grodd armor up, not going to be able to go for some of his combo routes. Oh, no. Okay, gets a second opportunity here. He will get the damage this time. Not quite dead, but see that trait hasn't worn off either. It will now finally wear off, but now it doesn't matter. He's hitting you.
Huge damage coming out right here. With the restand.
Tried to
cross him
teleport
up.
out. Or maybe he got a missed input. Who knows what was going on, but just the monkey is everywhere.
And he caught him. This is for Harambe.
Man, he's still hanging on to just a little bit of that first health bar as well. Grodd's momentum is very, very scary because one touch does not lead to, like, okay, when this is over, we'll go back to square one and fight again. No, it's like you have to continuously look out for getting hit again. And, you know, I'm as one of those players that it's not just like another mix-up and then that it's over. No, it's like these situations will continue to loop and compile on top of each other until you find your way out. And it's very, very difficult to do.
Very good job. Enjoyed the set very much. Both players are amazing at this game.
All right, so 3-1. We're going to have Ima versus Izzy coming up next. Now, this is a run back. Izzy won 3-1 last time, but Ima's had some time to warm up here in the lower bracket, so we'll see how that goes. We're going to have Izzy versus Ima come up next, though, and then we're going to go back to the winner's side to close things out. And this is to get into loser's final, so winning this, well, actually, we're paying out top 4 because it's $200. So you guys are all in the money. I'll do some quick maths in a couple minutes. We'll figure out how much money the money is. But you guys are all in the money, but this is now about how much money you're getting. So Izzy versus Ima coming up.
Yeah, this is going to be good. Last time, Ima started off, if I remember correctly, as Grodd.
Mm-hmm.
And then Izzy changed to Firestorm.
Yes.
Yeah, it became a whole different match. So let's see if they're going to go in with this same thing again, or are they going to try to do a real run back, or is Ima just going to sit back and go, I don't know, let's try a different strategy against this Firestorm. All right, Izzy Sheep is in the building. And of course, Izzy doesn't have to go Firestorm either. But he's been playing mainly Firestorm, except for one match, all night long. But Izzy being Izzy, you know he's got 10 other characters back there just waiting to pop out. And here we go. It is the Lord of Law, Dr. Fate, versus the boy with two minds, Firestorm. There you go. Got him caught with the fire. Watch your feet. Drops the combo, though. Huge onk popped out. Didn't hit anybody. Trading little hits.
So this matchup with Firestorm, you know, I think it's another similar situation to Black Adam, where the zoning is going to be somewhat comparable until they hit full screen. If Ima can get himself all the way to that other side of the screen, Izzy's threat level is going to reduce significantly, and he'll be able to get away with a lot more zoning. You know, these trades back and forth, you see Ima's doing more damage in the long run as well. Ultimately didn't have the health bar to keep that up, so he tries to roll in, but it looks like Izzy was ready. So Izzy is going to go ahead and take that first health bar, but Ima finds his way in. And I love how his dash works. He just disappears. Like, everybody's roll has a little bit of, like, the same animation, but not Dr. Fate. He just magics out of there. It's tight.
Yeah. Fate's a really interesting comic character, too. He, you know, when you take it, that, you know, the way that the Lord of Magic gets in through, it's by the helmet. Whoever puts the helmet on becomes Dr. Fate. It doesn't always quite have to be their consent either, right?
Ooh, all right.
Even though that he is a good guy, supposedly a good guy, and fights for the side of the right. Very interesting character. I never was a big fan of him, but I like the character concept.
Yeah, I love the way he plays in this game. I think it's a really cool zoning build, and the kind of thing that, you know, this character maybe doesn't get as much spotlight, and maybe it's because like Starfire is a really good zoner as well, and maybe it's like she kind of outshadows him, and that's what happens. But there are people that are dedicated to making this character work for them. I think Ima is one of them. He's really got a really strong Dr. Fate, and being able to see what this character is actually capable of is insane, because
he's
the talent
really
that some of these players have is just wild. Yo, thanks for the follow, Prince Kano.
Yeah, not everybody has to be S tier in a game. You know what I'm saying? And I think you hit it on the head. He's a very good character. You know, can Starfire do it better? Well, maybe, but it doesn't diminish him. You know, every character has their own set that they got to work with, their pluses and minuses. But I really like him. He's a good character. I'm not good with him, but when I watch people who are good with him, it's really fun. But he turns back to Gorilla Grodd. Now, here we go. See how we're going to get in there. It's a charge, but got your toes. Here comes some big damage. Drop on the end. Pops him back down. Oh, there's the charge. Goes in. Doesn't get the full combo. Pops his trait. Trying to get in with the trait still active. Popped him in the air. Here we go. There should be some big damage.
Ooh, careful. Big whiff on that, though.
Yeah, big whiff.
But now you see the patience there. I'm just like, all right, it's kind of the things have settled down. I don't have my momentum, so let me just find my moment and find it. He does. Leaps in over the Molten Trap. Goes for a reset, but good defense here from Izzy. Not going to get opened up. Also blocking these stampedes as well. We've seen, you know, for example, like against Space Lesbians, a lot of the projectiles he was able to armor through and get them, but Izzy's been doing a decent job of actually maintaining his defense and not letting that armor actually get the best of him. Speaking of armor, Izzy's got a little of his own. And here we go.
And the blue fire is up.
Dude, that is so sneaky.
Oh, so sick.
He's doing 1-1, which 1-1 ends in a low, and that launches. And then before he did 1-1, staggered into the overhead, which launches. So that time he did 1-1, and then because he'd staggered into the overhead before, it seems like that's what Ima was looking for. And then he just goes straight raw Molten Trap for the toes. Insane play here. But look at that, Ima answering right back. Life bars are about even here, so moving to the final round.
Oh, going full psychic. God. Oh.
Yeah, zoning will be no use here. So you see Izzy just backing away, waiting it out.
Oh, caught him with the psychic blast. Doesn't jump over, doesn't connect. Little poke from Izzy. Tries to jump back in. Nothing there. Great defense by Izzy. Catches him there, but he flops out.
Yeah, good use of that flip to keep the damage down, because Izzy would have really gone to town, and you know he may have even been able to level up to level 3 here, or the trait. I always see the trait activation. This time though, Ima smartly goes for the clash. He doesn't have a meteor to get health back, but I will say this: if you are fighting a Firestorm and you can clash him out of his level 3 trait, even if you're going to be even on the meter, it's worth it. It is totally worth it to not have to fuck with that shit, because his level 3 trait is maybe the best trait in the game. Like, it is so powerful. I think maybe there's other arguments, but it's crazy what that trait is capable of.
All right, they're poking each other really quick. Now, with the damage he can do, Grodd gets a good touch here. There was he clashed. He knew what he was doing. Keep that damage from incoming, because one good combo might be able to put the end of it for Izzy, but he gets some energy back there. Grodd's still sitting on a little next to nothing. He can't take much. He jumps in, trying to get something started, but Izzy cuts the toes with the fire blast, sends him sitting on his behind crying.
That's going to be a 2-0 lead here for Izzy. Keeps his momentum up. He'll be able to take this 3-0. No Mikey in sight, though. He definitely is switching it up character-wise. It feels like Mikey was the character to kind of goof around with, and he's realized that he is in the land of the Necros, and it's not time for goofing. You're going to have to bring your A game.
I think what happened is Izzy wants that lunch money, and when the lunch money got put on the table, he said, forget it. I'm not playing Mikey anymore. I'm going to go be serious and be a little sweaty. And I don't blame him.
He's going to eat like a king in the cafeteria on Monday.
Yeah. I'm telling you now, I mean, you put money on the table, these games become a whole different ball of games. Everything's fair. There you go. If they allow it in the game, go for it. All right, got him pushed in the corner.
Who tried for it? This is going to be full punish. Ima was ready on that one. I think, though, it's good for Izzy to set the tone that I'm willing to do that, because that means that when he does just a normal Molten Trap, Ima might hesitate to punish, and he'll be allowed to get away with that a little more. So you do have to at least show that you have the capability. You're willing to go crazy and do it. So that they don't get complacent in their punish attempts.
Oh, with the toe tap didn't work.
Oh my god, armor on armor action here. That is
I think that's
insane.
the second time we've seen that in this match, too.
He's
Both
doing
times
pokes
Izzy being on
into
top.
armor, and it's going through Ima's armor. More armor. This time, Ima is going to come out on top of that one, but the Vine is going to finish it here. So Izzy takes round 1. Set point now available.
Izzy's going in, catches him with the pop right there. Knew he couldn't with his armor trade up. Couldn't throw projectiles at him, so he went in, tried to keep him locked down. Caught his toes there, though. Trait's gone. Goes for the clash.
Can't put out these flames.
All right, what's going to happen
Tons
here?
of defense.
His little health back here still has a bit to work through, but we've seen how the Grodd momentum can be so devastating to get out of. So Ima just needs a little bit of meter and a couple hits, and he can do it. And this could very well be the start. Here's the beginning, the restand as well. Which way do you block? You don't block. You get thrown if you block. Nicely done. I was blocking too, so I got thrown as well.
Yeah, I think almost everybody was. Here we go. Goes for the Vine again, gets smacked out of it, activates his trait.
Yeah, he used that air-to-air. He did not convert into anything. He was just like, that hit is enough time for me to activate this really, really valuable trait in this matchup. Turning off Firestorm zoning is a huge, huge benefit for you.
There's another clash. This time she go Firestorm side, get some health back. 15%. A few projectiles throwing out.
See the Stampede cancels so he can move forward ever so slightly. Gets caught by the Molten Trap. The overhead is not going to connect off that air dash though, and Ima now leaps to the skies. Izzy follows suit, and he's out of there.
He's playing very smart. Nice defense right now by Ima. Caught his toes. Here we go. This should be big damage.
Yep,
I don't
he's
think
got the fire to trait as well. What's the mix? Dude, I don't know which way you're supposed to block that at all. Is it depending on which character you are as well? Because it seems like on some characters, he lands on one side, on others, it's the other. But it could be about where Izzy is doing his jumping at, right? Like, it could be this thing where just pixels separate the difference between cross-up or not.
Oh, this is going to come down to the wire with the damage Grodd to do. We're in that danger zone, but only another hit or two, and he'll be over. Gotta watch. Oh, and the fireball!
Nicely done with the fire beam. Expert snipe there as Ima tried to leap in. And look, if that leap would have been successful, it could have been the kill, right? Like, I'm a very deadly player in his own right. So Izzy able to hang in there. He will close it out. 3-0 here over Ima. Ima is not going to go home empty-handed, though. Those of you guys that win money, you'll have to send me your PayPal information, too. Twitter DMs is probably the best way to do it. If you DM me on Twitch, I will wait to pay you till next month, because I never check those. I don't know how to do them while I'm streaming. So please, do not whisper me on Twitch. I don't know how to deal with it.
Just throw it out on Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter, Discord DMs work well as well if you want to do that. If you know somebody with my cell phone number, get that from them. You can text it to me, but anything other than Twitter, other than fucking Twitch DMs, I don't ever look at them.
All right, now we're going over, I think, next is the Striker game, right?
Yeah, we're going to go back to winners finals. So we got 3 competitors left. Izzy's already lost one of his lives. He's in losers bracket waiting. But we've got Striker and Go Optical in winners finals. Then we'll dip into losers finals and close things out with grand finals here. So Striker versus Go Optical coming up next.
Get Striker from Go Optical. Then the loser of that will play Izzy. And then we'll be in the grand finals time. We're in the top 3 now, boys and girls. Let's see which one of them's going to take the majority of this money home tonight. Shout outs to those who donated too to make this get these players some money. Very generous of everybody. I think Woolander and Silver did. Very generous.
Yep. Blaze 187 the ace as well, throwing some in there for you guys. So we appreciate the extra assistance on the prize pool tonight.
And what are we up to now, Dream? $200?
Yep. $200 prize pool, which I think
Think about this, for a game that came out so many years ago, and you're fighting for prize money here tonight.
I mean, this is a fun way to spend your weekend, especially for, like, Izzy, who already won a little bit in MK11 yesterday. So, could be a great day for him. We got the predictions up as well if you guys want to place some bets of your own with your channel points on who you think is going to take it. Either Go Optical or Striker. Both of these players have looked incredibly fierce here tonight. Striker is going with the main squeeze though, but you see Go Optical. This is a counter pick. He's going to use that trait to break Striker's armor. Bane's big deal is he's got armor on a lot of his moves. It's like a handful of normals plus all of his special moves are armored while he's under Venom buff. But Superman's trait just blatantly breaks armor. When he touches you, it snaps the armor in half. So very interesting that Go Optical is opting for a raw counter pick here. We'll see how Striker deals with this. I think one thing that is probably going to be real about this is Striker has dealt with this matchup many times as a true Bane main. So he's going to have some answers on how to deal with this. He'll be versed in how to make this still come out in his favor. Drops the combo though, that is unfortunate. And he's going to be taking full damage here as the Venom ticks away. He's going to go into debuff state as well. And still that trait sitting on Go Optical's side. Got to be careful. We haven't actually seen Striker go for higher Venom levels. I wonder if it's because of that trait cracking it. He doesn't want to bother.
Nice play right there by Go Optical. Keeping him at bay. Doing the Superman thing. Eye lasers finish it out. Oh, caught him right there in the eye. Trying to keep him away because you know Bane, when he gets in close, the damage he can do.
Yeah,
but right now, it's all Go Optical. Nice throw. Comes Bane back down, waiting for him. There you go. There's your chance.
Right.
Runs over. Big elbow.
See the patience though after. Doesn't want to commit to anything too crazy. Gets caught off the Bane uppercut. Now he does have the meter advantage, so he'll be able to get a little health here, but that does mean he's going to be coming off of that defensive resource. And Go Optical still sitting on both health bars here. Only a little bit left on that first one though, but you got to get through it.
Go Optical catches him rushing in. Big combo coming.
Lasers, bam. Rolls to the other side. The boot drop, not going to be enough, but he will armor through with the Venom, but I think this is still a real tough call. He's going to be on debuff. Actually, he might get it back. Yeah, he'll get it back before the round starts and gets anywhere started, but like, you knock him down and you're a wake-up attack away from death, so he's going to have to be really, really careful. Plus, of course, Go Optical still has his own trait and his own clash, and he'll just scoop the feet up for that one and take game one.
Take game one. That's a hard road to come back from. Go Optical takes the first one. See if Striker sticks with Bane. Thinks he figured it. See if he can figure out a strategy to get in there on Supes.
I think what really caught him was what costed him was those, you know, that combo drop early on in round one. Not only was it a combo drop, but he dropped like a punishable string, and Go Optical very quickly capitalized on that whiff. So I think that is like Striker knows what he's doing, but this deep in the tournament, we're talking winners finals. You really got to be bringing your A game. Speaking of it being winners finals, let me have the thing say it's winners finals.
And Striker has changed it up. Automatically jumps over to Deadshot.
No more counter pick at least.
Yeah.
And he catches him. Shot, yep, bang, bang. And now he's going to have the trait for the knockback. He'll hit him away.
Goes for the rifle. Oh, bang, bang in the air. Doesn't hit,
Wow,
but nice
that actually
defense.
recovered in time? I'm shocked that he recovered
too.
from that air fireball in time. I was certain that Go Optical caught him.
Try to be patient with this. Deadshot plays a lot different, obviously, than Bane.
Yeah, right? Polar opposites almost.
I mean, you make a switch. He really makes a switch. Comes down. Shot waiting for a point, but got stuck in that corner.
Right.
Oh, caught him with the knee. Try to make some room.
Ooh, the overhead is there. Double. Look at that sick little combo that Striker's busting out as well. He's got the life lead here, but for how much longer? Here's the trait cancel. Not your turn yet. Lasers are there, and he gets him with the reversal lunging knee. Striker gonna get the first health bar first, although you do see resources-wise, he's been spending a lot of meter to do that. Go Optical has just been banking it, which has kind of been his strategy throughout the night. We've even seen on Black Adam, he's sitting on a lot of meter as we move through, and that meter advantage that he has ultimately ended up in giving him the game advantage in the long run, because he's got a full stick and Striker's got nothing.
You're exactly right. Every match that he's ran into so far that he's had that meter read, I think he's won because of that. He's done such a good job of that. But clash from a bullet.
This is gonna force him off a little bit of that meter at least. Also, thank you for the follow, Risen One. Glad you're having fun checking out this Injustice 2 action we got here. If you play NRS games, we're gonna be looking to put some stuff together for the Xbox players in all three of the titles that have rollbacks. So Injustice, MK11, and MKX. Hey, thanks for the host as well, Jay Butter. Got a Superman fan here. Ooh, gets the recovery combo too. just swinging with those jabs. You see Go Optical kind of waiting for it to end, but the staggers from Striker kind of unending.
There he goes. Nice defense, both parties right now. Trying to get in each other, breaking each other. Deadshot got in. He drops out.
All right, good throw here from
there's
Go
the
Optical.
throw.
Go Optical does have that meter advantage again.
Oh, he pops his trait. Deadshot fires right back.
He's going for it. Trying to keep him on the ground maybe to watch out for breakaway, but now you've got to worry about full meter. No breakaway to do it, but you can chip him out if you can get something started. And the challenge from Striker, what a bold play to just swing into those Superman normals. And he's going to take game 2, but I think the big question now becomes, you know, Go Optical picked Superman as a counter to Bane. Bane isn't here anymore. If Bane's not here anymore, is Superman also going to be making an exit, and we'll see the return of Black Adam, or who knows what else we've got from Go Optical's arsenal. And it's straight to Black Adam. Let's go.
No question about it either. Straight to Black Adam.
I think Black Adam does great in this, though. The dive kick is a much better counter zoning tool. Not that Stryker was going for heavy zoning, but in terms of what exactly Stryker wants, I mean, you don't play Deadshot without at least thinking you could zone, and against Black Adam, you kind of can't anymore. So
yeah,
that dive kick's going to be real devastating. You can maybe shoot him out of the sky early, but that's got to be a hard call out.
It's a hard call. Black Adam can move across that screen and get in a heartbeat, and Black Adam can be good far away and really good up close. So, yeah, it's a hard matchup, I think.
It's opened up, Palpatine hands, and that's a flawless here. Is Go Optical able to just maintain that momentum the whole time? Thanks for the follow, so J Butter.
There he goes. We'll see what Stryker can do. He's caught him with a couple bullets. Kryptonite doesn't help you here, though. Got him with the bank. Going back in. Trying to put some pressure on.
Good flawless block, or push block to get him off of him. I think
Jazz
so
Lightning.
far, Go Optical's game plan has been to just get in there, swing with his really heavy plus strings. He's also got his trait, which allows him to be plus off a lot of stuff too. So he's really just been an up-close monster for Stryker to deal with. Stryker will find the interactable combo here. Doesn't get the punish after the flip out though. Go Optical's been doing a good job of flipping out of people's stuff too. Like that's I think one of those extra hidden arts for people to kind of master, because not only do you have like all these crazy different combos you can do, but you have to also worry about potentially punishing people for flipping them out of them, or like unflip outable combos. There's some of those, like the route just ends up catching them again. So it's interesting that Go Optical's been getting so successful with his escapes, and this could be the kill with the traits there to bleed him out. And there it goes. The orbs will touch, and Go Optical are going to take the lead 2-1. Now, of course, though, Stryker has the opportunity to switch himself. If they do get into a counterpick war, though, it will ultimately mean that in Game 5, if we get there, we could end up seeing Bane having to brave the Superman pick. So it is up to, you know, is Stryker going to plan ahead and hope he can win this one and the next one on the same character, or is he going to be willing to take the bad matchup in the final game by, you know, toughing it out?
Oh, he goes Black Adam. I mean, a Black Manta.
Okay. So Black Adam versus Black Manta. Let's go.
Yep. I think Manta's a good pick here against Adam. He's got the same mobility. He can move around and kind of counter what he can do offensively. Let's see if, you know, defensively that's the same thing, because both of these characters can put out a ton of damage when they get in close to each other.
I think the other thing too in this is going to be the trajectory of the dive kick. It goes downward, and for a character that can kind of float up and back, he might actually be able to avoid some of those dive kicks depending on, you know, how far away they are with and how much downward travel they get before they get to where he is. But so far, Stryker's just been up close and personal, utilizing these trait flight cancels to be a really, really devastating nemesis. Flawless of his own, perhaps. If he can find another opening, it may very well be the way it happens.
Oh, and he's answering right back.
Oh my God, Stryker got his own flawless. Let's fucking go.
Look at that. He says, I can do it too, boys.
It's not super private. All you had to do was be here at the start, right? Like, I can't throw you in the tournament in the middle of it. That would be problematic. But all you got to do is be here at the start and have an Xbox, and you're more than welcome to play.
Yep.
Depending on how much money we're playing for, though, you will also have to have a wire. Wi-Fi is not welcome for money.
Yep.
And there's a lot of it.
And a decent, and a less than 200 ping.
Yeah, that's too.
Which I really don't think that's going to be much of an issue unless you're, you know, in another country.
Yeah, or if you're playing on Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
So,
or if you're playing online.
if you're from NA and you've got access to a wired connection and an Xbox, we definitely got a place for you to compete. And as you can see, $200 on the line tonight due to the generosity of the viewers. So there's cash up for grabs here too.
All right.
Striker has
Got
a
some
solid
health back.
life lead right now. Now Go Optical still has his own breakaway or clash, but you see Striker now has the meter advantage, right? The tides have kind of turned. Even meter now. Go Optical may opt to break at some point, but he's just gonna get opened up. And this chip from the laser, you can't clash that away.
Oh, so much damage from that, man. Black Manta, the king of the chip. I'm telling you now.
Oh, they got caught by the lasers. Go Optical just taking the raw risk. Good throw tech to keep him off him. Tries to take to the sky, but Go Optical will ground him. He's got meter. Oh, what the fuck was that?
The lightning ball delay blow up. What a great read.
Dude, the fucking overhead whiffed and then the bomb went off. I don't know if that was on purpose, but that was fucking insane. I think that Striker delayed out of the overhead, but the bomb was definitely there for coverage, and damn.
I hear you, Striker. That was, wow. If that was a read, holy crap, what a read.
Insanity here. I don't think that was amplified too, so he maybe would have been able to wake up out of it, but the way that Shark Attack works, he kind of floats in the same area for a sec, and the lightning explosion might have still caught him. That was just an insane ending. So Striker is going to dip into losers finals. Go Optical will move on comfortably here on the winner's side with a 3-1 victory. We're going to keep Striker here. We're going to invite Izzy, and we're going to have our losers finals in just a moment then as they duke it out. Let's go ahead and pick a winner on those predictions, though. Oh, you guys all, one of you bet on Striker. All right, well.
We'll get Izzy in here. Now we're going to see who can go and take on Go Optical in the grand finals. Remember, if you're coming from the losers bracket, you've actually got to win twice. You have to reset the bracket by sending the winner into losers and then beat them again. And Go Optical the way he's playing tonight, that could be a tall order because he's on fire right now.
Absolutely. I mean, not only has he obviously not dropped a set, but in terms of games dropped, it looks like he's only dropped one game, and that was right now against Striker. Every other match here tonight for Go Optical has been a 3-0, so definitely playing on point here tonight. Although, you know, Striker had a similar story too, right? Striker was oh no, Striker had a close set with Stefan, so not quite as easy, but we'll see what happens. We're getting into our next match. So Striker and Izzy are here. I'm gonna go ahead and pop these names in. And this is losers finals.
All right, we see Black Manta and Mikey make a reappearance already here tonight. TMNT in the house. Me and my boys love TMNT. And Mikey's the best ninja. I don't care what anybody says.
So Izzy has been running primarily with his Firestorm throughout the rest of this, but against Striker, he seems to opt back over to the Michelangelo. I wonder if it's because these guys play together often.
Yeah.
You know, the rest of these tournament sets are kind of against opponents that they don't see often, but these two, these are both frogs. They play together quite frequently, so would not be surprised if this is somehow their own personal, like, they know about each other's own personal demons and the way they can exploit those within these matchups, too. It's not just the characters that are fighting right now. It's truly Striker versus... So far, Striker has control here, though.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the life lead. Izzy came out with a really strong setup in the beginning, but he's getting blasted back now. Here comes Mikey calling in his brother Raphael. There's a skateboard.
Oh no, the drop!
He dropped it. Oh, nicely done. He takes off Mikey's first health bar right there. Striker up a little bit, about 20% of his health bar. That slow skate coming out. Getting punished for it. Laser beam to the face.
Look at this pressure from Striker right now. It's going to be full launch. Oh no, he doesn't actually spend the meter on it. Tries to super out. It worked? Okay. That's a big expenditure of meter. If this kills, maybe worth it. If this isn't going to close the round out, though, this is going to be tough. Yeah, he's still got a little bit to get through. He might be able to chip him out with a shell shock.
Oh, with the more damage before he loses that first bar. Mikey tries to poke. Doesn't work. That's going to be it.
He got him. Very nicely done by Striker, and I love the way he closed that out, going for the armored or the amplified back threes just back to back, because he was just trying to maximize the damage and make sure there was no possible escape. So Striker now up 1-0. Now, when it came to MK11,
Black Manta.
I think Izzy came out on top. I don't know if they actually ended up fighting each other yesterday, though. But when it came to MKX, which we did on Friday, we did a 1st to 10 between Izzy and Striker in MKX. It went to game, whatever that number is at the end, 18 or whatever, the final game. And for $50, and Striker came out on top on that one. So it'll be interesting to see if Striker can also take him down here in Injustice 2 as well. I think Izzy has his number in MK11, but in the previous game, Striker is just such a dominant foe. And Striker's so good at MK11 as well, but just Izzy is...
He's no joke.
Izzy busting out his Swamp Thing, though. Very interesting. You don't see a lot of his character, but when you do, it's oftentimes attached to a really strong player nowadays. Just like Grodd, right? Like Grodd, you didn't see a lot of back in the day, but now when you run into Grodds, they're like these crazy mutants that you don't know what to do with because they're just destroying you, and that's how it feels like when you run into Swamp Thing. It's like, what? Who taught you Swamp Thing? There's no one to teach you. Who taught you?
Yeah, in the right hand, Swamp Thing is a danger. I mean, he looks really impressive. But of course, I got a strength. I got to stay in the right hands, I think.
Yeah.
Is the key there.
Very frequently, at least early on, you would run into ones that didn't know it was up, and then there was just like the drought of everybody who like, oh, this character's bad. But here in the Necro era, you do see players that are just dedicated enough to make almost anything work, and you get to see some really cool highlights from the whole cast.
Yeah, and I love the Necro players because, I mean, you know, back in the heyday of IG2, there was a lot of Starfire, there was a lot of, you know, Adam, there was a lot of Black Adam, there was a lot of 3 or 4 main characters. But now we get to see such a roster of characters, and how these characters should be used optimally is really nice to see.
Yeah, these aren't just people that like don't know what's up, picking random characters and, you know, just throwing paint at the wall to see what sticks. This is people that have put the time and energy into making these characters the fearsome competition that they are. And this should be the round here for Striker as he closes it out. So tying things up, Izzy does have, of course, a big health lead here. The meter is about even. We'll see how long that remains to be the case, though. He does have that Abigail's Garden out. There it goes away. Can you not do another rocket there? Striker has yet to shoot the amplified rocket at that. But he just jumped over the super. I forgot what his fucking super was. I forgot that it was like a low out of the ground. I haven't seen it in so long. And it's going to continue to be the case because he didn't hit with it. So still no super. What happened to you? I think in my head I'm conflating it with Poison Ivies because I'm thinking that you get eaten by a giant plant.
You underground and all the other Swamp Things.
So you don't get eaten by a giant plant?
No, that's Poison Ivy.
Alright, well, I don't remember it at all then.
Yeah. Yeah, he pulls you underground and all those other Swamp Things beat up on you. I think the giant plant was an Ivy.
That starts to make sense. Yeah, I've just conflated the two and I've forgotten what Swamp Things looks like completely.
Here we go, going down to the wire. Both of these characters putting it out. Life is really even right now.
He'll get some health back on that though.
Yeah,
decent life
getting a little
here
bit
for
back.
Striker. Ooh, goes for the overhead ender. Yeah, he's just going to poke into the lasers as well.
Yeah.
Poke into laser is such an insane chip tool here for Black Manta. It hits like 4 or 5 times on block and just starts to melt away that health bar. And when your health is that low, that can be curtains.
Yeah, that one thing that you should be scared of if you're facing Black Manta is you getting into that side of that horrendous chip range that he has. Man, it's just so much. It doesn't matter what you do. Even if you make the right defense, you're going to get punished for it. All right, Izzy looking at it again. Man of a lot of characters. He's thinking about Swamp Thing again. Is he going to go with the avatar of the green here? Nope, he comes back off.
Adam.
Oh, Adam. Okay.
Goes up Adam.
Not necessarily most anticipated or what we thought. Haven't seen his Adam yet, but still a strong character. We've seen, I think Shiro played a little Adam earlier against Striker as well. We did see that Striker was able to best that with Hellboy, so with Striker having options to counterpick here, if this is a tough Black Manta matchup, we may just see Hellboy come into the stage because he was able to make that one work.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And I love Hellboy, too. There's so many really good characters, and that's kind of what we talked about.
Hellboy
the
is
Necros.
so fucking wild.
He's
the way that
so
character
wild.
can cross you up and like his air mobility is... You
Is
might as well just be flipping coins at people constantly because there's no way they're actually able to tell. It's all guessing.
There are so many good characters, and I think that's one of the things that people love so much about Injustice 2, is regardless of whether it's your character on the screen or not, you're really into the match. It's really fun characters, and they're really fun to watch play.
Yeah, when you've got
Regardless of
talented
whether
players that know what they're
when you
doing,
have
which we
talented
have, yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, and you know, it's just like, you know, I typically main Atrocitus, but I have so much fun watching this Black Manta go to work, and so much fun watching, you know, someone else's Bane or whatever it might be on the screen, and watching these Gorilla Grods put in their work. It's just such a fun game to both watch and play.
Absolutely. Izzy gets a couple teabags in there before closing the round out. He will draw first blood in the health bar department, but only 28 health remaining, and just quickly sniped out by the amplified laser. So Stryker even things up here. Izzy does have a little extra health, but the way stats work, you don't know actually who has more health or not, because it's like defense makes damage do less and whatever, so just look at how full the life bar is.
There we go. Big combos coming out right now with Black Manta.
Ooh, he hunted him down. This is all unbreakable.
You caught him again with that
You can
thing.
convert off of a rocket like that? It just like counts as a jump in?
I guess you can.
I had no idea that you could do that. I thought it was ending the combo. I mean, I guess it allows you to follow up with an amplified rocket, so it needs to have hit stun that doesn't induct auto block like some things do.
Right. Oh, goes for the big stomp. Doesn't work. Goes to the air. Gets poked back down. He doesn't have much life left. We know with Black Manta, it doesn't take much. And there you go. Stryker takes it.
So Stryker's Black Manta bringing home the victory here in Losers Finals. That means he'll get the run back as we now enter Grand Finals where Go Optical is waiting for him.
Absolutely. And just like we talked about earlier, Stryker's now got to win twice to bring home first place. He's got to reset the bracket. So that's his first set he wins. Put him down to the losers bracket, and then have to beat him again if he even has a hope of coming away with first place. That's the way it's got to work for him. Whereas on the other side, and as hot as he's been playing, that's a hard thing to do, because all he's got to do is win one more set, and he's already proven that he can do it.
Exactly. Go Optical not dropping a single set here tonight, only dropping one game. The only player to take a game, though, was Stryker, so if he can make it happen 6 more times, perhaps he can bring home the victory here. We'll see.
It's a big to-do list, but possible in Injustice.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So what do you think, Dream? Do you think the rumors are true, and the next game from NRS is going to be a Mortal Kombat game, or do you think they're going to go back to Injustice?
I think if I was going to just like random guess, because I think most of the rumors are just like people spouting nonsense, but if I was going to just random guess what I think is going to happen, I'm putting my money on new IP. It's not MK or Injustice. It's going to be some other thing. It's going to be that Marvel game that they've teased at, or they're the ones behind the WB Smash Bros game. You know what I mean? Like I just think it might be something different. They've been doing Injustice and MK for the last like 10 years at this point. So I wouldn't be shocked if they want to maybe try something a little different. MK and Injustice 3 will likely return as long as they stay with WB, but I think that we might actually get a whole new thing, and that's why they've been hesitant to announce it too, because they want to make sure it's really ready to generate the proper amount of hype.
I heard, of course, anytime everything I'm saying right now is non-proven bullcrap, right? I've heard they're definitely not producing the Smash game.
Yeah, I've heard that as well, that they're not the ones behind that Smash one.
Yeah.
But
I would be all
as an example
for
of
a
them
new
doing
franchise.
something different.
And what you were talking about taking a break, in recent memory, in the modern era of NRS, right? They've always taken a break between Mortal Kombats. It's always Mortal Kombat and then something else, and Mortal Kombat, something else, then Mortal Kombat, right? So like you're talking about, they kind of take a step away from it for a couple of years.
Yeah, and I think that's why we probably won't get MK12, is because if they were to announce MK12, it would, in some ways, maybe even feel a little too soon. As unhappy as I was with some of the mechanics of MK11 and that they kind of stuck around and COVID prevented them from getting patched out, I don't necessarily think that the right answer is to just dump out another MK right away. I still think that giving MK11 some time to breathe in its current state isn't a bad thing. So I think we might get something new. We'll see. I think Game Awards is coming up in December. That's where MK11 was announced, when it got announced. So the Game Awards might be where we learn about the next game. But here, Go Optical tying things up, and it's a similar story repeatedly here. Somebody can take an early round on Go Optical, but he's able to just dig his heels in and find his way through tenacity and power to make it happen and get these health bars even. And oftentimes, well, in fact, every time almost, takes the victory, right? That first round win has been almost meaningless against Go Optical.
It's funny, he doesn't even seem to wake up until he's lost his first health bar.
Right? It's like he levels up into a whole nother thing. He gets out of a chrysalis on that one. Now it's time
And
for
then
the
when
maw.
he loses first, all of a sudden he's Kamakamahan or whatever. The moment he's lost his first health bar, then he kind of digs in and goes, "That's it, gotta win now," you know.
See,
But
though,
here we go.
Stryker
Let's
doing
see
a
that-
decent job of chipping away at this second health bar. Although as soon as I say that, we do see an opening. Stryker is going to opt for a breakaway to get out of this, or the clash. He does have the meter advantage, so he'll get a little health here. But I think Go Optical is going to look at that as a, all right, I've got you off of it. You can't save yourself now. And now is when the blood's really in the water here. Go Optical still has a clash of his own, so he can pull the emergency break on this one and get out of a combo if Stryker catches it.
All right, he dropped out, so no death there. Activates his trait. Oh, and the jazz, electric jazz hands takes it home. Just like we talked about with Go Optical, losing that first health bar early means nothing to this man.
Nope.
Nothing.
It's completely unfazed by getting that first health bar deleted first. Like, it seems like he uses it more as a resource generator. Like, he just wants to build the meter off of it, and he doesn't seem to, like, maybe even block a lot because that builds his opponent meter. He just wants to build the meter himself, and he also wants to build the information. Okay, what is it that you're trying to do here? And then by the time the second round comes in, he's kind of caught on a little bit, feels more confident, and he's just tearing you open there with all that meter that you just gave him. So very, very strong plays here from Go Optical to put him in a heavy advantage in this grand finals. Up 1-0, and he's on the winner's side. He's right, though. Why would losing his first health bar be an issue? It doesn't.
No,
like,
it's not.
It's not. It's totally not. The game is meant to be in the long haul, so you can totally utilize that as a resource generation, as research, and just say, fuck it. Yeah, Stryker is a Bane player. This is his main. Alright, goes in for the cross-up. He barely caught him, and now the Venom is available. He's going to get big damage here.
With that slam into the drop kick, another power bomb.
Scooped. Dude, the tick throws are everywhere from Bane as well. That uppercut is a tick throw. They're all tick throws. It's wild what this character has.
Oh, so much damage just from being blocking that trait. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the debuff when after level 3 is real rough. Because it increases all damage, not just hits, right? Like your chip damage, everything is going to be more devastating.
Here he goes back in, pops him, goes for the big elbow, but misses.
Has to use the armor. You see Stryker struggling to find a moment to get a hit. Uh-oh, the internet is freaking out. What is this? Is this doing it to you too, Vort?
It is doing it to me too. I'm not seeing, of course I can't see my own ping, but I'm not seeing anything really high.
Alright, well, at least it was just between the, maybe it's our rollback catching up to the real game. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Like, because we are technically watching a recording of the players who are like a second ahead of us. That's why you'll see GG's in the chat before sometimes we all actually see it.
All right, big clash here. And that's, you know, going back to what you said earlier, Go Optical really has that mental fortitude. Because a lot of players losing that first health bar, especially the way he's lost it at times, where, you know, being dang near perfect, it would really affect other players, but not Go Optical. I mean, it doesn't bother him at all.
Oh, you can cancel that? I forgot. You can special cancel that.
That's kind of par for the course for him.
That
but right now,
plus
Bane,
right there, and he just keeps swinging. Look at that fucking damage he just did.
Damage!
Choke him out. The stomp, although the debuff means no damage, but the no, the debuff prevented it from killing. Stryker was going for lethal there, has to wait for the Venom armor to come back, but that armor, because we're not talking about Superman, you just gotta hold it, and he found a little gap to sneak some damage through, and Stryker takes the game.
Yeah, that was a great use of the interactable there, because only if it was a few seconds to delay him, it was a few seconds that debuff could pop, you know, timer could start going down. So very smart play by Stryker. Ties it up 1-1.
But we did, of course, see Go Optical has the counter pick for Bane, so we'll see if Superman is going to take to the stage here again. Superman's trait just blatantly shuts down Bane's trait in terms of the armor. You know, it's so scary that Bane has armor, but Superman, when he's traded up, his trait, the only thing it does is break armor. Like, that's what it's designed to do, is break armor. It also does more damage too, but that's like its other main perk, so it's very, very tough for Bane. It's a similar story too. In Injustice 1, like, it broke what's his name? Doomsday. It broke Doomsday's trait, so it was just like, oh, this is a counter pick. Which was so weird, because Doomsday kills Superman, but whatever. Lore balancing isn't real.
Well, I guess technically they killed each other. But
tomorrow is Monday, Izzy, so we're not going to do a tournament tomorrow, because it's Monday. I'm going to have to, like, work, because the weekends I can't really work as much. So during the week, there probably won't be as many tournaments, because other people can't really attend them fully. But Friday, Saturday, Sunday is what we're going to be aiming at to do, like, MKX, Injustice, and MK11. And I want to switch the days up. So, like, this week we did Saturday for MK11. Maybe tomorrow or next week we'll do Saturday for Injustice, so that people that can only play on Saturdays will still be able to play the game of their choosing. So we're going to try to switch it up as well, too. Caught him with the backdash. All right, he's getting in there. Just opens him up with the throw. The Venom is going to come back. The trait is about to go away, but the health bar is going to delete. And with how quickly he gets that trait back, I mean, the uptime on it is vicious here for Bane. He's going to have to be really concerned.
Yeah, Superman can undo anything Bane wants to get going. It's a really hard matchup right here.
Nice opening. Okay, he does block the ground pound. Gets some decent damage for it as well, but you see him being kind of hesitant to activate that Venom, and he's usually letting the Venom run out on level 1, because he doesn't want to get armor broken plus have the longer debuff time. So he's really only using it sparingly.
Down through the Tower of Fate and into Black Adam Land.
Uh-oh. Gets the flip
Pop
out.
the trade again.
Thing is,
for
Bane is one of those characters that just needs a hit and a hope. Like, if you can find an opening on somebody, the momentum this character can churn out can truly be devastating. Big wake up though from Go Optical. He'll take some bonus damage for it. Rolls his way in, and the Venom armor is going to save the day on this one. Now, he is going to be under debuff here at the start, which will be tough, but Go Optical has a big whiff with that air laser, and that's going to allow Stryker to chew through his debuff time. Venom is reactivated, and you can't just turn the trait on, but the interactable, it's unblockable, and Go Optical will take it. Excellent awareness of where he was on the stage. And considering that aspect of it, I actually don't know what Stryker could have done. I don't know how Stryker does that. He maybe Venom armors through it because or like forward 3 armors through it because that armor reduces damage. That might have been what he needed to do, but I don't even know if he had the resources for it.
I don't even know.
Health bar was already low.
With his health that low in that situation, I think he was doing the only thing he could, which was go in, and hope and pray.
Yeah, I think the armored forward or back 3 would have been the only way to reduce that damage, but wasn't able to make it happen. So Stryker now floating around the character select screen. Got a victory with Bane, but this is a tough matchup for Bane, so he is considering his options, and Hellboy might be the one he needs. Hellboy has like the command grabs and the craziness that we see a little bit from Bane, but also has some mobility and, of course, not as devastated by that trait. But it looks like it's Bane all the way. He's a Bane main for a reason, and I'm happy to see him go out on the ride or die.
Absolutely. You're going out, go out with what brought you here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Bane is such an amazing
Please do not
character.
pick that stage. Stryker, pick a different stage. Oh my god, you should have picked random stage. If I see my cursor on Fortress of Solitude, I am moving it over to the question mark.
I hate this stage.
I tried to save you, Stryker. This is a rough one. They're both power characters, so they can both abuse the stuff. It's not as lopsided, but this stage is tough. That background bounce in the corner in the middle is going to be really beneficial for both of these characters. Both of them heavy hitters when you can add some extra bounces in there.
Here we go. So far, Superman controlling the pace of this. Gives him the eye lasers, what for. Tries to get him in. Tries to go in a little bit more. Bane tries to poke. Gets opened up. There's that interactable he was talking about. Into some more eye lasers. Bane's got to get in there and make a stumble in a prayer, maybe. But bam, just like that, he's put back across the screen with eye lasers.
Oh, that hit him? I thought he had the whiff punish. That was so wild.
I did too.
The phantom punch. That ghost hitbox.
Big life lead right now.
Tournament point available to him here as well. Gonna get the background bounce. Look at this damage, though, that Bane can churn out. 445, and it dropped early, so still was gonna go for like a body slam at the end or something.
Yep. All Trying to just do pluses, trying to keep him locked down.
Get the punish.
Give a
There we
little,
go.
just like that. Bane gets in there, does a little bit more damage, has a little ways to go for trying to get these life bars a little even. Uses the interactable, misses the uppercut afterwards.
That's enough
though.
to kill. Dude, Venom does so much damage.
So
that was
much.
only level 2 as well.
Yeah, it is so much.
Big life lead to make up here, though. Doesn't have a lot of meter to work with. He'll get bounced off the background here. The Venom is available, but that trait is also going to start to come out here. He will activate now. He's been going for that stomp afterward, and it just hasn't worked out. But this time around, he is able to catch with something. Looks like he's going to push it to level 3 debuff. No, he will stop it at level 2, but now the damage... And
Oh,
look
that's
at
gonna
that.
hurt.
The debuff just melted that health bar. Very
Melted.
nicely done.
Superman wins.
So that is going to be 3-1 in the grand finals. Go Optical is going to take it. Congratulations to him. Very nicely done. Let's go ahead and take one final look at our bracket while we pop this score in here. Striker put up a valiant effort, but Go Optical came to play tonight. Those of you guys that were in the money or whatever, please Twitter or Discord DM me your payment information, and I'll try to get it out to you guys tomorrow once all the stuff has gone through. But I do really appreciate everybody coming through and watching, everybody coming through and playing. You guys put on a great show. This was super fun to give the Exiles a stage to play on, and I really appreciate it. Of course, big thanks to Silver Sandbag and Mr. Vort and Woolander and Blaze for hooking up the prize pool. You know, that is a big part of why people come through these things as well, so I genuinely appreciate that. And then we've got Mr. Vort helping out on the mic as well, doing double duty tonight, so I really appreciate that. And of course, Mr. Vort, if there's anything you'd like to tell these fine folks before we say our farewells, now is the time. The stage is yours.
Well, you can find me on Mr. Vort Plays on YouTube or Mr. Vort on Twitch. That's generally where I hang out most of the time. It took a few days off. The grandson got sick, and I had to baby him a little bit and spend my time with him. But, you know, we try to stream over there several days a week. You can also find us over at Vort Junior's Valhalla, my son's stream. We kind of take turns streaming. So if you're looking for any more of us, that's where you'll find us.
All right, sounds good. I think with that, though, we are going to send you guys off to just somebody else is playing Injustice. I don't know who these people are, but we'll send you guys over to, maybe they're good or well, who knows? Challenge them. Put that money on the line and you just won. Get them
Tell them
next
Dream
door.
Inner sent you.
Exactly. Dream Eater sent you. You guys have a great night, though, and I'll catch you guys around. We're going to try to do this again next week. Different days. Just pay attention to the Discord and the Twitter and whatever to get updates on that, but I'll see you guys later.
All right, bye, everyone.